the kids obviously.
By the way, welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast.
Hey everyone. So the kids obviously are like it spans like 30 years. So when his kids are like maybe 20 years, but his kids are like, teenagers, and then they can't age up the teenagers, so they recast the teenagers, which is totally disorienting because they didn't do that with anyone else. And then
literally his daughter, who is Anna Paquin, right, just jumps from being like, I'm like a 9-year-old. I'm a 9-year-old who knows something's up and I don't like what's going on, to I'm Anna Paquin walking into a room. Like, what the fuck?
Anna Paquin
and
now.
again, because fucking Robert De Niro is de-aged, so he just looks this weird meld of old and young man. You have no idea how much time has passed.
You don't know. And all they did was they added a little bit. The other off-putting aspect of it is that he's supposed to be Irish, right? So they put blue eyes in his eyes, and he looks like a fucking vampire the entire movie. He looks like,
it's like when you see
Robert Pattinson sparkling.
Dogs' blue eyes freak me out.
Oh God, I'm like, why wouldn't you just let him have normal eyes? Like, do all Irish people have blue eyes? Did I not know this? Is this the thing? I know maybe it's and I know everyone out there's gonna be like, oh Nick, the real fucking guy had blue eyes. I'm like, nobody knows what this guy looks like.
No, nobody cares.
This is an off-put.
You know what I mean?
Do not. This is to me. And I know I have a tendency to get really distracted by completely useless and stupid things. This
But
is
it
like
looks
the writing
so wrong.
This is like the writing on Will Smith's fucking collar in Suicide Squad. I'm like, why? Why is it there? What
Because
does it
he's
mean?
the light. He was going to find the light, remember?
Why is it there?
He wanted you to know that he had
But
light
it's
inside
so
him.
big in every scene.
Sure. But
you think-
it symbolizes the yoke he had. This is a pullover from the Snyderverse. If the
Okay.
Justice League cut would have come out, this would have explained a little
Of
bit.
course, of course. One day it'll all
Do you
make
think
sense.
on set Anna Paquin called Robert De Niro Babby? Babby.
I don't know because I have to
X-Men.
imagine.
Is she in it more? Does she pop up a lot more?
No,
They weren't
she's
with
like-
me. They were in the early
She's
round.
in the movie, and this is
Why cast someone so well known?
That's what my wife was like. If I was Anna Paquin's agent, I'd be like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" Like, I would call my agent and be like, "What did you get me into? I know it's a Scorsese film, but she's in like 4 scenes. And
I heard she has 7 lines.
She has no dialogue. I mean, she's a compelling character because she sees him he kick the shit out of the
Bad
guy
stuff,
in
yeah.
the worst fucking way, probably like the laughable way. And so she's like, "Oh my God, my dad." She's the only person in her family that realizes her dad is who he is. He's hyper
bad
violent. He's a
kicker.
hitman. Like, he kills people. And so she's like, "I don't want to talk to you." And they took it literally. So she just doesn't talk to him. Like, she just the whole time doesn't talk to him. And she has like 5 lines the whole movie. Terrible. Great casting, but terrible misuse of a great actor. Like, I don't know.
Spoilers.
If you want to know more about The Irishman and hear us rant about in-act scenes, you can go watch the pre-show. But enough of that. This is the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside producer/seducer Nick Scarpino.
I just like to choose to believe The Irishman is 3 movies in one. And I really like the third movie.
Did you see? I enjoyed that somebody put out the thing of like, here's how to watch this in a miniseries. And it's like non-spoiler. So it's like, when this happens and like, when this character does this, stop. When this guy
And
gets
play
into
this
stop.
credits.
When he leaves out of the room, you'll know it. Yeah.
This is like, honestly, this is one of those movies that like years later, I want a contingent of people to get together and remake the first 2/3 of it with younger actors. And then just cut in all the older actor stuff because they're still phenomenal actors.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Didn't work. You want to do it now?
We got cameras. Why don't we do it right now?
You could be Robert De Niro. You're his height. I could be Al Pacino.
Nailed
He's a little
it.
short dude.
Yeah.
Balding, but they put a fucking ridiculous wig on him.
Hell yeah, they
So
did.
great.
Whenever I do my Bob De Niro impersonation from
you know
the
him,
face,
Bob.
I always like my mind immediately thinks that I'm doing the facial impersonation of the dog boy from Saving Silverman.
Let me see. No, that's De Niro, man.
I don't remember the dog boy from Saving
You don't
Silverman.
remember that? Saving Silverman.
I don't either.
I remember
why
Saving
asked.
Silverman.
It looks exactly like the dog.
Can I get a photo? Can I get a photo?
Yeah.
Dog boy.
Video of
Because
Dog Boy?
Steve
Buscemi?
Vaughn, who's the guy with the
guy
blonde
from
hair?
Sopranos.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Vaughn.
is
Yeah.
it Vaughn?
Zahn.
Zahn,
Steve
Steve Zahn.
Oh,
He's the dude,
no, that's
man.
not the guy from
He's the
Sopranos.
dude. You know?
The dog boy, essentially the blonde girl that what's his Doesn't it look like
fuck yeah,
doesn't
Randy.
it look like Robert De Niro?
There's Steve Zahn, which I appreciate.
I don't remember this character in
Show it. Show it.
Silverman.
Legitimately, I've seen Saving Silverman a dozen times on Comedy Central growing up, and I do not remember this dog boy
So
at
the,
all.
it
At
was
all.
very very quick. So the blonde girl, her family was in a circus.
Okay.
So all of her family
Oh.
had, the bearded mom, the dog boy
Right,
son. Like
right.
she came from a family of like circus performers.
It is
Fuck
so
yes.
unbelievably. It's like when I see these pictures, I have a newfound respect. I have a newfound respect for the fact that Jack Black made it out, like still has a career. because
that was a really Saving Silverman is a
So
great
good.
movie.
he did this.
Great
He
movie.
did this movie, and he still has a great career.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite.
like
Was
Jason
this the one where
Biggs.
they had a Neil Diamond?
Yeah,
cover
Neil
band?
Diamond.
Yeah,
cover
okay.
band.
All right, yeah, it's coming back.
it's a great movie.
I
dude.
hate my words.
So
just
this
now.
is a Comedy Central movie though. Like, this turns out to be- it's just off.
Yeah, and then after that is like Wedding Crashers.
Yeah,
and shit.
like right now.
So the
fuck yeah.
you know, you're kind of
There it
freaked
is.
out that
There it
this by this being a scene that you don't remember. Yeah, there's the kid. Yeah, it like opened his mouth. So you remember this like not really being a scene or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had the same thing happen to me when I was back home in the RGV where we don't
Yeah,
play
yeah.
no games. I was watching Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah.
And they were doing, the TV cut or whatever. And I saw scenes in that movie that I've never seen
Oh, did
in
they
my
add
life.
scenes to it?
Yeah.
They
Add
do
it out.
that sometimes. It's
Like,
weird.
and it fucking freaked me out because I had like this weird Mandela effect thing where I'm like, I don't remember any of these scenes. So essentially, the movie that we remember, he's like, all right, I'm going to go to Finkel's house. And the next scene, he walks up to the door, do.
Right.
And then, hello, I'm Ace Ventura. I'm looking for Ray Finkel. And a shotgun pops out, and he's like, and a clean pair of shorts or whatever. So in between that, there's these scenes where he goes to a gas station, and there's this weird freaky dude, and he's like, I'm looking for Ray Finkel, and he's just like this weird character that makes no sense. And then he goes to a bar where a bunch of tough dudes are playing
That's
pool and drinking,
crazy.
and he mentions Ray Finkel, and they're like, who are you? You're Ray, are you is he your friend? He's like, yes. And then they like all want to threaten him. He's like, no, hate the guy or whatever. But it's this weird thing that I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen
that's-
it.
now I want to watch
Andy,
this.
I recently watched Wedding Singer for it was like the movie night at a wedding that we went to.
Uh-huh.
And they had a deleted scene that I had never seen before. It was the old lady that does the rap song.
Yeah.
But she's talking about Adam Sandler's dick as like when he's getting his like the brisk, when they're
Sure,
cutting
yeah,
him.
the circumcision.
Cutting
Yeah,
the pee-pee.
and it's just like this is a scene I've never seen before. This is just a weird deleted scene, and in the same manner I watched. Well, not the same manner, but the same way I watched. What is it? There's something about Mary, but like the uncensored.
Oh Jesus.
Version.
Oh God, what else
And
did
like,
they-
there's a whole storyline.
What they cut out of that movie?
That they cut out of the movie about like the bad guy has a friend that's a bad cop that has a pet snake.
That's awesome.
And at
That's
the end,
awesome.
At the end, the snake eats that guy, and like the snake. But it's just like I've never seen this before. So I was watching it with Paul, and I was like, "It's a good movie. Just ignore this part. Ignore this part. It's just this didn't happen in the real
That
movie."
shit's so
It's
weird.
It's so weird. And like this is in the same vein, but different. But
to fill time or whatever, yeah.
all of those like deleted scenes from Infinity War and Endgame that
Yeah.
are coming out. Like, you see recently, like there's an Infinity War one that came out.
No, I don't watch
where
them.
It's
I'm not
like
gonna watch them.
Not canon. He won't watch not canon. He doesn't
I
want to
just
get
don't.
confused.
Yeah.
Where
The
it's-
movies are perfect. I don't need to, you know what I mean? I don't want anything to, because here's the thing. This what you're talking about right now, they chose for some fucking dumb reason to put in deleted scenes into the A-Team when they put it on cable.
Because
And
they
I
knew
s-
nobody would know.
No, but they put in 2 or 3 scenes, and it totally changed the dynamic of the characters. And I was like, well, this movie's not fun anymore. But like those 2 scenes they put in,
weird.
fucking fucked the movie up for me. And I was like, if I
They're all
like
like
the movie, it's
confused
perfect. I don't need that shit. No, there's like a scene. So there's a scene in A-Team where he breaks them out after they have to go to prison, because
Sure.
the whole concept of A-Team is they go to fucking prison. And Hannibal breaks them out. And there's a scene, if you watch it in the theatrical
Burris?
cut. What's that? No, not Hannibal Buress. Hannibal's just the name of one of the characters. He's played by Liam Neeson. Is the character in Hannibal? And
good.
Face is played by Bradley Cooper. There's a scene where in the movie theater, these guys are awesome. They go to prison, but of course Bradley Cooper's character.
These guys are awesome.
Oh, they're the A-Team. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they call it the A-Team. You know?
Just what a great introduction.
They're awesome, right? So
If there was like the Star Wars crawl before it, the A-Team, episode 1. These guys are awesome. But they're in prison.
So they go to prison, and they cut to the scenes of them in prison. And when Face is in prison, he's like putting hand wash on, and like he does one of those things where he opens the room up, and it's like the back to school, where it's like a big room because it's been converted, and everyone loves him, and he's like, doing whatever. But he has carte
Making the
blanche to
rounds.
the place. He has one of the place, right? So he gets into his tanning bed, which is one of those standing tanning beds, and someone wraps around
no.
it, and they take it away. And then when it opens up, Hannibal's there, and he's like, and in the theater, he looks at him, he's like, he kind of looks at him for a second. He's like, "What took you so long?" And then Liam Neeson looks at him and he goes, "You look really tan." And it's a funny little back and forth, and then it cuts. In this added scene, they fight.
They get real racist.
He comes out, he's like, ah!
No, he goes, "How could you leave me in prison? And how could you do this? And what the hell, man? Like, I thought we were a team." But it's like, but we just saw him 5 seconds ago. Like he literally had sex with a girl and was like, "Hey, I'll see you in prison." Like he's living the fucking life. So that one scene like changed this weird dynamic with them, and I'm like, I just haven't been the same since. I can't watch the movie anymore.
Yeah, but like that's kind of it for me. But I just don't understand like how movies are made, because with Infinity War and Endgame, they feel like so tight where it's like every single scene leads to the next scene. It all works. There's a deleted scene from Infinity War that's when Spider-Man, they're on Titan, and Spider-Man is like saving the Guardians, and he's like, "Oh, I forget your name," or whatever. There's an alternate take of that where Doctor Strange like comes through a portal, and like Thanos like knocks all of the Guardians out and knocks their souls out of their bodies using the Soul Stone.
Nice, that's cool.
And then their lifeless bodies just kind of like fucking limp out. And Doctor Strange is just like, hey, you need to get their bodies. They're not dead. Their souls are just not with them. Get them to Mantis, and she can do her fucking Mantis shit, the wake up stuff, and like bring the souls together. Spider-Man's jumping around, getting all the bodies, like brings in, and is like talking to Mantis, and it's like there's like all this dialogue and stuff. And there's just a moment where it's like really dramatic, and it like she's trying to bring back Drax, and like she can't do it, and there's like a romantic moment between them, and it like goes on for like 3 minutes, and it's like totally different. I'm like, this is so different than how the movie played out.
Yeah.
Like, how did they shoot this stuff? There's some of the effects are done. Like, how did they shoot this? And they also shot the rest of it like without the plan of knowing what's going on.
That's how reshoots work. I mean, they literally look and go, "This scene's not working. We need to cut this part out. We need." That's why they do
Interesting.
research. That's how it always works.
Yeah.
That's why
I just like was so shocked by it, because it's like it would have not worked in the movie, and it would have totally changed the tone and just how the characters are going, and like where they end up.
That's the kind of shit you don't know till you see it, though, right? When you see it, you're like, "Oh, this is."
Yeah, they do that first assembly edit, and they sit and they just go, "We don't need this." Like, that's a cool thing, but that would have totally killed the pacing of the edit if they had kept that in, right? So that they probably looked at it and was like, "We don't need this beat. Let's just cut it out, and we'll just have him do something else." And then since Spider-Man's all CG, they probably just went. And
you put any lines you want in them, or
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, they could just have. I mean, they get when they hire actors, they usually hire with a contingency of like X amount of days of reshoots anyway, so they can probably bring Tom Holland back in. I'm sure he's like, "Fuck, I'll do whatever."
Oh yeah,
and they'll just says the line.
The thing that freaked me out the most is that when I put these unseen Ace Ventura things on Instagram, the first reply I get back from some kind of funny best friend was like, "That's the only reason. That's the only one that I've ever seen. That's the only like." And I was like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with my brain right now? Am I like just having this weird lapse in memory?"
I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
Then
I've seen the movie 1,000 times.
And then all the replies came in, and they were like, "Dude, no, I have no idea what the fuck this is."
The worst is when have you guys ever seen a movie and been like, what's wrong with this movie?
Oh, because nothing from the trailers in the movie.
No, not that. That's a lot of movies. It's
Varsity Blues.
They used
Go
to
watch the trailer of Varsity Blues, then watch Varsity Blues, and like, what the fuck? Where is all this?
No, it's when they speed the movie up.
Oh yeah.
That's always weird.
What do you mean?
They'll sometimes
TV edit?
Yeah, for a TV edit, in order to make the 2-hour block
Yeah.
with commercials, they have to calculate it, and then they do a time ramp on it. So it's like, well, we need.
So it's moving fast.
They'll speed it up
they'll
like
speed up by like
0.2%,
yeah,
or whatever.
But it's just enough that if you're watching the action and you're used to the pacing of a movie, you'll feel like you're going fucking crazy because you're like, why is this not working? Like the acting,
it kind of
works
ruins the
for a
movie.
reason because of the actual slowness of how they're talking to each other, and then also it pitches their voices up just a little bit. And you're like, this is off-putting, man.
Yeah,
That's what always bothers me on airplanes, when there's that message that comes up before.
I
It's
hate
like,
it.
this
Yeah,
fucking
this edited
this
to
edited for
figure-
content. I'm like, I want to know what you edited. Like, why am I even watching this movie if it's not the fucking movie? Meanwhile, Gia's sitting here watching Hustlers, and Jennifer fucking Lopez is dropping that shit.
it.
And that ain't
Kevin's
edited
eating
at all.
chips.
But like, I was shocked at how graphic that movie fucking gets.
Yeah.
And it's on a plane, and that's totally cool.
Yeah, before we jumped to alliances and Alaska took over and was like, all the movies on Virgin are free. I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, I did the same thing where I was going through and they had Risky Business. And I was like, this has got to be edited, right? It is not. It's me and like a mom and their kid, and I'm just watching Tom Cruise plow this woman on the stairs and in the
that's
subway
Rebecca
car. And I'm like,
Mornay.
Fucks in that movie?
oh my God, did they fuck? Oh my
Rebecca
God,
Mornay
did they
is
fuck?
gorgeous in that.
Wow.
That's what's funny is reversing of this, right? Obviously, I grew up. My parents did not want to pay for cable, so I never saw a rated R movie that wasn't edited for TV for a very long time, including Risky Business. So imagine my surprise when I get HBO for the first time and I see them naked in their full glory, and I'm like,
Waiting for that homeless guy to get off the train?
Yeah, they're waiting. There's a homeless guy riding the train. And they're just waiting for him. When he gets out, they just fuck on this subway train, and it's like the lights going out.
What movie
dark
is this?
light.
Risky Business.
Shit.
There's nothing
It's
better than the story though.
so
Than young
sexy.
Nick
And I'm like,
not knowing,
well,
and
I'm
then
like,
getting a sex scene.
Whoa, like maybe just that shock of how much it changes a movie to hear F words and see the sex scene and hear the crass jokes. You're like, well, this is a totally different fucking movie than I'm used to. Way better.
Yeah,
Risky Business is a classic.
The TV version of Dark Knight Rises.
Oh God,
They
you can't
do.
watch that.
They do a lot of stuff with just cutting.
They just cut away.
Probably. There are so many moments of dialogue and back and forth and stuff that are just super edited down. And watching it's like, man, this isn't good at all. Like that.
Oh, just like the real cut of Dark Knight
I
Rises.
fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. No. But I'm like, there's a specific part where Bruce Wayne's already fucked up. He's in that goddamn cave, and
Is this when he gets the robot knee and it's never referencing?
He's watching the kids. He's watching the one guy try to scale, and the guy, the two old guys are like, oh, everybody tries to leave and they never do, or whatever. And he's like, only one person did, and they show fucking
Baby Bane.
Baby Bane. Baneby?
Baby.
They show
Just
Bane.
It's fine. It works.
And
Lil Bane.
little Bane,
Banalina.
little Big Bane.
yeah, and then but
Bellini.
all that stuff is edited and cut together so poorly, and then it goes immediately to commercial. I was like, dude, I'd feel bad for the person watching this for the first time right now.
No, Greg,
So
I had a moment
terrible.
like you on the plane where I didn't. It just didn't occur to me what was I was watching. So it said like brief nudity or whatever in this movie. And Andy, you'll
Just a
appreciate
giant
this.
areola.
No, I mean, Andy, actually, you'll appreciate this. Let me back up a second. For a brief
I
second,
love nudity.
because I had 9 hours
You're an
on the
artist.
plane. I was like, there's all these movies that I could watch, but they had every great trilogy. They had all the Star Wars movies. They had all the Indiana Jones movies. And Andy, that's right, they had all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Wow.
And I thought for one second, I was like, I miss Andy. What if I just gave it another shot? Just started with The Fellowship. Right off the bat, got a little soda pop, a little tiny. So what did I watch? Shaft. I watched the 2019
there you
Shaft
go.
instead.
There you fucking go.
Because I'm a man of my mold, and there's nudity in that, and there's a lot of nudity, and there's just this one scene where he opens the door, very naked woman, and it's at those moments where you start to realize you're like, are there children around me? And I'm like, I don't see anyone to my left. That's my wife. Empty seat here. Look back. Full roll of kids.
Oh,
And one of them, I'm like, I kind of look back and he was like, don't.
Just be
I
cool.
need this. Like, you're like,
Be cool, chat.
Cool, man.
Be
I was
cool,
like,
chat.
Okay. It's on the plane. I can't do anything.
Dude, like being on a plane watching the classic thing of watching someone else what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
watching
yeah.
when you
Yeah.
can just turn it on yourself. But I was
Yeah,
like, fuck it.
always.
I was listening to music. There was a fucking dude. There was this goddamn dude
Jerking
sitting
it.
that we were both looking at. But he was sitting over there and he watched Star Wars: A New Hope,
Yeah.
Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, back to back to back, just in one sitting because it's a long ass
him,
flight.
yeah.
And I was just like enthralled the entire time, just like watching without audio. And I'm just like, can you imagine just watching those three movies?
his first
Dude,
time.
Like,
My wife watched the
insane.
entirety of Notting Hill on someone else's screen when we were going to London.
Happens, yeah.
And it's because none of the movies, for the most part, like, there's some new movies that I think I watched that I forgot some fucking that was good. But for the most part, you're like, I mean, I guess I could watch Die Hard again. I've only seen it 1,000 times, but I can't bring. You do the thing where I can't bring yourself to like commit to press
Sure,
and play on
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then you look over and someone else is watching Die Hard, and you're like,
I've done it.
Decision
There was
made
that-
for me.
There was that foreign film where the two dads fuck each other's daughters, right? And there's more to it than that,
I
but that's
remember that movie,
the
yeah.
nut of it. Yeah. And I remember watching the first 45 minutes of it off somebody's screen in Virgin
Like
America.
the-
I was
the
like,
pianist?
this shit's great. I just put it on mine. I gotta see how this ends.
Again, I think it's one of those things where when movies are available to me, I probably won't watch them.
don't wanna watch them.
But back home with, my parents have DirecTV,
Yeah.
like I watch so many things that I would have never watched just because it's on. And it's just that weird sort of, it's this thing where, if a song comes up on random, I'll listen to it. But I won't really go to that song and
Yeah.
play
Well,
right
see,
now in that moment.
That's like, I don't know, and I guess I can only speak for myself, but I think we're all kind of in the same boat, right? That's kind of like the, what it was to grow up.
Oh, yeah.
You had a
Oh, my
certain
God,
number
yeah.
of channels, and guess what? It's Saturday, so you're watching something. You'll be damned if you're going to go outside and play baseball or some shit. So it's like, whatever. I remember distinctly watching on what would become the CW. I think it was the U when I was growing up in Illinois. And it was some fucking old Shatner movie where he was fighting a giant tarantula.
No.
And I was like, all right, this is on
Yeah.
today. Like, it was what I'm going to watch.
There was
something.
nothing more disappointing than going into a Saturday night and having whatever movie HBO is debuting that week be a shitty thing that you weren't interested in.
Oh, it was
it's
the
something,
worst.
It's something you looked forward to every week. And I remember not even necessarily going to the Saturday night, but every Sunday you'd get the paper.
Yep.
And you'd have
Open
the
up that little
paper
the
TV guide.
fake TV guide, yeah.
And I would scroll immediately to Saturday, see what was playing on that Saturday. And for the couple times that it was cool, it'd be Jurassic Park 2. And I was a kid, so I thought the Lost World was off. Or it'd be something awful, and it'd be like fucking Meet Joe Black. And I'd be like, fuck. Like, I don't know what this is. I just want to see something cool, you know?
It's a great movie.
It was always
I think
disappointing.
good movie.
I was gonna say, I think
Yeah,
there's nudity
you know,
in that too. though.
10-year-old Andy didn't.
No,
get
but
it.
I'm right there with you, right? And this is like, this is honestly what
That is it. Good
There
job,
it is.
Kevin.
Hilarious.
Kingdom of the Spiders, a living, crawling
Why,
hell
oh
on
my God,
earth.
for a second I thought he was using the stick as his boner.
Yeah, that's what it looked
A
like.
wild science fiction nightmare on Blu-ray. This is probably a cult classic that everybody loves, but again, as a
Nope.
kid,
I
Kevin,
doubt it.
can you look up really quick a movie?
Meet Joe Black
It's a
nudity.
really bad horror movie. It's a movie about a guy who lives in the sort of Louisiana swamps, and there's a giant alligator.
Oh, Lake Placid.
No, it's very, very old. It's
That's
like
a great
it's like a
movie. How
60s or
fucking dare you.
70s
What do you
movie.
mean?
Betty White's in it. He said it was
I
a
fucking
bad
love
movie.
Lake Placid. Okay.
My favorite thing is like when I first moved to Austin, my buddy JP really wanted to be like sort of this Austin, like we wanted to be enveloped in the culture of like keep Austin weird hippie.
Totally. You did some drugs.
And there, yeah, exactly. And there was a. Did you find the movie cover?
No, the girl in Meet Joe Black is the same girl.
Claire
from
Filani.
Mallrats.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
totally.
And
I want
Black's a great movie.
I've been getting
Oh, yeah,
further
no,
and further away
exactly.
from this, but I
Very
do want to
sad.
get back and back to ask Kevin if he's ever watched like the 45 minutes of that began Mallrats that got deleted.
The what?
Like the original opening to Mallrats.
I
Have
don't
you ever
think
watched
so.
all
I
that?
don't think so.
Oh, I gotta lend you the DVD because
Absolutely.
like you know there's a one it's such a throwaway line you'd probably never think about, but when Mr. Schwenning's the network executives show up for the dating game and he's like trying to assure them everything's gonna go all right and like oh after the mess that happened at the governor's ball, and as a viewer you're like I don't know whatever, that's a weird thing to say but share, and then it turns out like there's 45 minutes of the governor's ball.
You're kidding.
And like when Kevin Smith showed it to Miramax they were like, it's called Mallrats. Get them to the fucking mall.
Yeah.
Why are
That
we
was,
here?
I love Kevin, but that was a strong call. on
Yeah,
the
and
executive
so they
side.
just like fucking sliced it all out, and that's why it's
That's crazy.
so abrupt and weird.
It was our first time going to an Alamo back in the day.
Ooh,
And it
nice.
was like I don't know what this is. What's this Alamo all about? But they were
You're like,
they
"Are
were
we gonna
doing
have to
this
kiss?"
thing during October where they were showing these weird sort of B C horror movies
Sure.
at night. Oh God, you got
Crawl was on the plane.
There was a Lake Placid too.
So
there was a
scroll-
Lake Placid, the final chapter, and that's a woman in a bikini in the mouth of an
Click
alligator.
scroll to the right because it's like a 70s 80s
Are
movie.
you sure it's not
The
this
Great
first
Alligator
one,
River.
Alligator?
There was a Lake Placid 3.
No, it's definitely
Andy,
not that.
was the alligator in the sewers?
Are you sure it wasn't a
No,
crocodile?
The alligator.
Sure it wasn't
There was
Swamp
definitely
Thing?
not there was not the word alligator in the title. I know that for a fact.
Primeval from 2007. Could that be
No,
it?
I'm talking like this movie was like 1980s, and on the cover it's a guy with a big sickle, and it's like the dumbest fucking movie cover. And for whatever reason, it made us laugh super hard because again, my friend
Did you
wanted.
see this at the Alamo?
Yeah, so it was like one of those weird, like, hey, come see these old movies,
Yeah.
on Thursday night or whatever. And so my friend kind of dragged us to go see all of these movies or to go watch this movie. And by the end of it, like my buddy and I, my friend CP and I, super like, we're just really cynical about everything. We're like, why did we go watch that shitty fucking movie? And every once in a while, we would just text each other the cover of the movie.
Oh, God,
And
I
again, it
love
was like this really shitty movie cover, but it just made me laugh every time. And I can't think of there was no alligator
was it
in the
Sickle
name.
Man?
No,
Sickle
there was
Man
an
sounds
alligator
awesome,
though. The point of it was though, like a vehicle gets stranded and they're in the middle of like this Louisiana swamp and they stop by this guy's house, eaten alive. That's the one.
Is it really what that is?
Yeah. But scroll
Oh,
down. The one at the bottom right. It's barely being. No.
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
amazing.
It's being kind of covered up.
Fuck.
Oh no!
Give me a second, I'll look for it. I'll
Yeah,
Yeah.
eaten alive. It's
Eaten alive
so,
movie nude.
So essentially,
Nope,
they stop at this
nope.
place, and it's this creepy, like weird Creole dude who's like, yeah, just you're safe here, whatever. And really, there's a
Oh.
giant monster
Sorry, some of these images caught me off guard.
alligator
Like,
crocodile.
what's going on?
the fuck
I
is
can't show it
happening?
because there's nudity. in
Mine's
these
got to
posters.
be.
Here, scroll down, and I'll see if I can find it because I think it's
Oh, is
it's
it-
that it's the one at the bottom, the two bottom middle ones. That like, it was the pose that just like really set us off.
I don't think I can show it. Hold on, actually, let me see.
I don't know why.
That's fucking hilarious.
Open image and new
There
tab.
it is.
God, what's so weird about this is you would never know this about alligators.
No.
Yeah, no. It was just like this crazy dude.
Yeah,
From
but it's
the
a Toby
director
Hopper.
of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's amazing.
It was really bad. I was like, why did we go out to this stupid indie movie, like horror
Weird
night,
Wednesday.
You know? Yeah,
Terror Tuesday.
That's exactly what it was. It was one of those things.
I see them all the time.
The alternate
Whenever I'm at
box
Alamo,
art-
which is often, right? Whenever I'm there and I'm seeing it on the screen for Terror Tuesday or Weird Wednesday, I'm like, if I lived close, hell yeah.
Every time. Yeah.
But it's like on the idea of like, I gotta go the 20 minutes to get over here to
Dude,
do the thing. To go back.
anytime those movie theaters have the like, oh, well, not only like we're bringing back whatever this movie, I feel like it's never worth it. I've never had an experience where
Nah,
I've watched an
Selena
old
was good,
movie
dude.
and then just been like, oh, that was a good call. Halfway through, I'm always like, this isn't how I want to be watching this movie right now. You're just spending way too much money on shit that you didn't want.
That I don't mind. I'm just talking about the weird one. I like going to see Ghostbusters in the any movie theater. That's great. Or Alamo, yeah. Monster Squad in Alamo, I loved. I went and saw Ghostbusters this weekend with a
You
live
saw-
orchestra.
How was that?
That's
Awesome.
different. That's cool.
Thank
but
you.
that's adding something.
You know what I regret,
live
Kevin?
orchestra.
I regret not going to Saving Private Ryan the day that it re-aired at Alamo. Because Saving Private Ryan is just one of my favorite
movie.
Did
movies.
you see
of all
that in the
time.
theaters?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my God, yeah, I did with my parents.
Fuck.
I just remember being there like, oh my God, I'm a child, and this is horrifying.
Dude,
I shouldn't be here.
I saw that movie. I saw that movie twice. I saw it once in the theater, I think with my parents, and then I took my girlfriend to see it, which was a bad idea. Because afterward, I was like, "What'd you think?" And she was crying and like shaking. She was like, "That was one of the most like fucking insane movies I've ever seen in my life."
My
And I
back
like,
was just tense.
Okay,
I was like,
you
oh my
don't
God.
want to make out.
Yeah. You want to go to
Yeah.
Baskin Robbins?
Yeah.
I want to make out with you, but I just can't stop thinking about the guy picking up his arm, like
Or
in
the
middle
guy
of the
that goes
battlefield,
shh, as he's being stabbed to the heart.
saying the fucking like
I
the
hate-
German
oh
dude
my
just-
God, that scene haunts
It's
me.
awful. That's a good movie, that dude. Great
Good-
movie.
good movie,
How was
yeah.
Ghostbusters?
Awesome.
Yeah?
I've never seen it before. It was real good.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the 70s stuff was great. It was really, really cool to
Yeah.
see them do it live.
Is the new one coming out next year?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wait,
Yes.
are you watching? Or did you watch it? Was that at Davie Symphony Hall?
Yep.
Oh, it's fucking.
That's
really
where I
nice
saw
place.
Zelda. It
Yeah.
was really, it was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, great stuff.
I've wanted to go to some of those for so long, and I just always forget. I drive by the sign, and I'm like, oh, and then by the time I'm a block
aren't
as
they
away.
soon
doing-
as I
aren't they
heard
doing
about
Metal
it,
Gear
bam,
soon?
dropped it. I don't know. Are they?
I think they're doing a Metal Gear one there.
Are they doing that?
soon.
They gotta just play through the game.
Yeah.
Now, this,
The problem with a lot of the video
what
game
he's
ones
talking
though
about,
is
right?
it's bullshit. Where it's like there's like just MIDI music playing and then they're just like backing up the stuff.
Oh,
So it's like
the-
you need to make sure that you're doing
Zelda one
The Zelda
was-
one's great because that one's legit. The Disney World's, the Final Fantasy one's legit. Like there's good ones and then there's a bunch that are just like
Zelda one made me cry.
Cash
No, but
in.
you know what he's talking about, though, right? Like they get the print of the movie without the soundtrack, and the orchestra plays it live as the movie's happening.
Oh, I didn't know they were actually doing. I thought it was just the music of Ghostbusters.
No,
yeah,
you
it's-
watch the movie, and it's like it's real. Like the San
That's
Francisco
cool.
orchestra.
And
That's really cool.
Elmer Bernstein's son, who like worked on it
That's
with it,
fucking awesome.
Who worked
Did he
on it with
conduct
his
it?
dad. He's the one who's conducting.
Shut the front
And
door.
beforehand,
Come on inside.
They did beforehand. They did a Q&A with him and Ivan Reitman. So Ivan was there too.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's
That
awesome.
was awesome. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bay Area Ghostbusters were outside too. Never seen of them. Never seen them before. Never heard of them before. They got some work to do in that car. That's all. I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Like I'm a purist when it comes to the Ecto
Damn.
one. All right,
man,
make it look
like-
exactly like the Ecto one.
you-
Don't take liberties
Do you
with
have
it.
images?
Yeah, they have a Facebook page and everything in there. I think it's Bay Area
I'll find it.
GB Bay Area.
Here's a question.
Aren't you a bear?
Hold on,
What
before you
movie-
do that. Also, the Hispanic heartthrob Andy Cortez.
Hey guys.
And Forbes 30 under 30, aka the best baby blues in San Francisco, aka the verified one at Tim Gettys.
Let's him host.
Of
Four
course,
best friends.
this is the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, four best friends gather around this table, each bringing their lives to talk to you about it and everything that goes along with it. If you like that and us, you go to patreon.com/kindafunny. Toss us a few bucks to help keep the dream alive. Of course, you can get the show there ad-free. You can get it with a pre and post show, the pre-show. Not all about, but very much about that there Irishman.
hearse.
The Watchmen.
Yeah, we're gonna
Someone's
get to it.
wife has to deal with that being in their fucking like driveway.
You can also get it live while we record it. See it before everybody else, all that jazz. If you got no bucks to toss our way, you can go to youtube.com/kindoffunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe each and every Friday when the show posts no pre and post show with advertisements for your pleasure.
I'm ready to talk about Mandalorian episode 4, guys.
Thank you to our Patreon producer,
When are we
you
gonna
piece
do
of
that?
garbage, Cameron Regan. And today we're brought to you by Movement Hymns and Felix Gray, but I'll talk to you about that later. For now, Tim, what did you have to say?
Before I get to that, Kev, that picture you brought up.
Throw it back up, yeah. It's just, I don't want to stop in the middle of the show to talk about this. And again, I'm not talking trash in the Bay Area Ghostbusters.
Sounds like
they
it.
have
Sounds like he is, Kevin.
they
yeah.
have an
That's
Ecto
a
1.
lot of trash
That's a
you're
lot
talking.
further than I got with my dreams of an Ecto 1. You know what I mean? But again,
Yeah, but
Come on.
Here's how this would go.
Come on.
You'd buy all the pieces, and
Yeah.
then you'd make poor Kevin put it together for you. And
know.
then Jen would be like, well, "You don't have any place to park this," and you're like, "I can park it by the park." And then a bum would like break into it and live in it, and you would never. You're not very confrontational, so you would never kick it out.
I'm not confrontational.
Only in movie theaters when people are.
And trust me,
being
if
loud.
I have an Ecto 1 and Cool Greg gets within 10 feet of it, there's going to be conversations about what can and can't happen to this car. Because I have that fucking marker. He'll be all set to do things, and I won't have it 1 second.
That's fair.
Because
Not
the
that
plan I always
Sharon's
talked about,
intent
right,
for you.
is clearly one day I'm going to need to get a car. It's going to happen again, right? And when that happens,
happen
yeah, no,
again.
100% Ecto 1. There's 3 options in front of us. And
Yes.
You want to move to like Daly City?
Do I want to move to Daly City? Like, to live there?
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I mean, no is my first reaction. I like my place a lot right now. But like, if that's where I got to go one day, or that's how the cards fall. Why? You want to move to Daly City? Are you asking me to move in with you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. What if we buy a house and we split it between you, me, Jen, and Lucy?
Cool.
Okay, cool. All right. That's
You want to move too, Nick? Nick just wants to be a part of it.
I don't even want to be in this. I just wanted an invite so I can say no. and be
There's
cool.
3 options for Greg Miller when cars come around.
Yes.
All right. Number 1.
Yeah.
Ecto 1.
We go full in. We go get the Miller Meteorite combination 1959 hearse ambulance that you know and love, the Ecto 1, of course, right? We restore it. We pimp it out. It's amazing. Everybody's happy. That's it right there. Good job, Kevin. Number 2,
Everyone's happy.
we buy a Tesla of some kind.
We're
right?
all happy.
Everybody likes Teslas.
You get
Seems
the
like they're
truck?
cool. No, I don't want a Cybertruck. The window's bright.
That fucking truck is ugly as
Come on,
shit.
guys, it looks so cool.
And then-
Did you hear why the window broke though?
No.
Really quickly.
Sure, no, I didn't know.
So they did it in the reverse order that they should have done it. He was like, somebody replied to Elon Musk about the window, like, oh, and some other guy said, yeah, you probably should have thrown the thing at the window first before hitting it with a hammer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the
You hit it with a hammer, you're
the
definitely compromising the integrity.
the glass underneath the door,
Oh,
like kind of shattered
wobbled.
and broke. Like when they hit it with a hammer, and then they threw the glass ball,
But-
and by then the integrity was gone.
They also have footage of before they did the presentation throwing the metal balls at the glass. So they're also saying it could have put fractures on there.
Oh,
definitely
gotcha.
did. Yeah. It definitely
Yeah.
compromised.
So
But
here's
kudos to
number
them.
1, we get an Ecto 1. All right. Problems there. The Ecto's a big car. We're an SF. That's gonna be hard to park. You know what
Finding
I mean?
parts for it might be a little hard too. That was
No, that's easy.
I don't know if
That's
they're gonna
easy.
have a lot of
That's
those
cake.
left.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Number 2,
I'll stand
we get a Tesla of some kind, right?
a smarter
I have
idea.
not looked into a Tesla at all. All right, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, I saw this, but was that the same window?
It's the same window.
Why would they use
was
that same
earlier in the
window?
day. They thought it was good. They were like, "Oh, we figured it out."
This is how, this
Maybe
is how you learn.
guys, I
This
would
is
have
how you
been like,
learn.
okay, now replace that window with something stronger. Let's.
Steel. Tesla of some kind, right? Electric car, save the environment, whatever. That's cool.
Number 3.
Number 3,
1989
get
Batmobile.
no, that's also cool. I do like that a lot.
Jet skis.
Number 3,
practical.
get
skis.
a 4-door white Mini Cooper and paint that to look like the Ecto 1.
Oh, that would be cute as shit.
I can park it everywhere I want.
I'm gonna say
I'd have.
that's-
I would have put.
Okay.
Miller
okay.
driving this
And
thing.
I've been.
One of the largest human beings I know.
You're fucking Hodor.
Steimer had a Cooper for forever.
You're fucking Hodor.
And I drove it all the time, and I thought it was a lovely car, and I liked it quite a bit. All right, and so now if I put 4 doors and I make it look like
none
Ecto
of
1,
that is
look,
addressing
you
how
already see it here.
ridiculous
People are already working on it, right?
Here's
Like
what I'm
this.
saying.
I wouldn't. Again, I want it to look more accurate than that, but I understand what they're working
That's
with.
What- here-
cute.
I'm
here's
sorry.
what-
Hold on. Nick Scarpino, kindoffunny.com. I saw your hand go up, and I appreciate that.
100% get a vinyl wrap for whatever Mini Cooper you want to get to make
Sure.
it look like that. Remember Bernie's Tesla?
Yeah.
That's vinyl wrapped. That shit's cheap as fuck. You
Sure.
get $1,500, probably wrap that thing.
But I don't.
Make
If I
look
get
like
it
a-
white, I don't need it to be vinyl wrapped. I just put the logos on the side. We paint the. I
Yeah,
don't want
the-
real fins. Just the.
Well, you
things
don't
on-
have to paint anything. You can literally do vinyl for all of it, and that
You
way,
don't
if you
want
ever,
real fins.
If you ever want to resell it,
I don't want to put Kevin, scroll back up.
put
Like
fins
I
on
think
it.
what they're working with here with like that stuff
That looks
there.
great.
That's all I need.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
cool
getting
as
nuts
shit.
about
So
it.
what?
right?
What is it that you're saying that like you want to be accurate? What?
Yeah,
Well,
makes
I mean, like,
difference?
so, like, on this one here, I'm not a big fan of those black dots on the hood or on the lower level there. That detail, I'm not a big thing on. I don't super appreciate the black top there. I'm not horribly. Go to the first one, right? Like here, this is just too busy. First off, look at these yellow things up there, right? The yellow bins up there. Clearly, they're not functional and they're not doing anything.
What's in
If
there?
I'm either going,
Water.
if I'm going full tilt and putting shit on top of that, I'm doing. It looks like go to the Wizard World Comic Con one there, 4th over top row.
Over
Top right.
Top row. That's 3, 4. There we go. Like that one looks like they're actually getting legit shit on there, right? You got the blaster on top of
colors
there.
off, bro.
looks like.
Well, I'm talking about the top.
Seventh
I'm
grade
mixing
chemistry
I'm mixing
class.
matching here, or I don't
yeah.
do it at all, which is my other thought, right? Where I have it and I do all the stuff to the body, but I don't put the rack. And
Yeah,
the
I
lights on
say
top.
you know-
Disney bounding. for your car.
Sure. Okay. Fair.
I say you don't put the stuff on the rack on the top because people are gonna fuck with that.
Well, here's my problem in general. People are gonna fuck with it no matter what.
They are going to, but if you just here, okay, was what we'll do.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm listening.
You paint. We'll get you vinyl for all the decals except for the ghost. So when you park it, we'll make that a magnet. You know how they do like the, and you just take it off the car.
Sure.
Walk in with you.
That's too
And
much.
then
I
when
just
you
feel like
wanna
I'm
put it back-
half-assing it.
Yeah.
You put it back on.
If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna whole ass it, and then because like I just gotta park it underground, and then it's the concern of when I go somewhere, I have to park it in the street. Cool Greg and his buddies walk by, and they're like, I want to put a mustache on it.
I'm a bomb this,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
They're not
I think
gonna
it's gonna
tag
get fucked.
cars. They don't tag
Cool Greg.
Cool Greg's friends won't tag. There's rules to the
You don't
tag.
tag
Oh, are
cars.
they?
Yeah, you don't tag
Oh
cars.
yeah, totally.
Cool
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah, that type of personal property.
They tag
Oh.
the Muni.
Straight
Oh,
up.
yeah,
off
exactly.
limits.
That's what scares me.
That's
Yeah,
not
the Muni's the
personal
man.
property.
Fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
Muni.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
like
I
big
say that
trucks.
Greg wears a chest piece that's metal, like you were mentioning earlier. You take off the magnet.
Shit.
Band
Wow,
you wear
wow,
it during
wow.
the day.
Man, you're
wow.
really
Back
good
about
at
that.
You got somewhere to store it at least. You know?
Yeah. And then I thought about it too, though, is the fact that I think this would be awesome. Obviously, you guys would think it'd be awesome. You're telling me you're not gonna have a
Obviously.
fun time driving
Yeah.
around.
I think this is a great idea.
It would be like the double. It would be the double dipping for Kind of Funny best friends.
It's very
They
on
come by to get their photo outside the office. They get the photo with my Ecto One, right, and they move on with their lives. The problem becomes though when I have a kid, and when the kid is young, they probably think this is awesome, right? But then when I start dropping them off at school, maybe they don't think it's awesome.
They're
Maybe
gonna
their
think
dad's a
it's
creepy
not
kid.
awesome no matter what car you have. That's just
No.
not fucking
Well,
good
that's-
work.
that's
But
also-
I stand by the fact that that's that kid's first car, no matter what.
Oh sure, yeah, we keep it alive.
You
Yeah.
got 7 years until you're dropping them off. At
Sure, I'll probably
school.
total it by then.
Or get
wow.
another car, the practical car, you know?
Yeah,
buy a
I mean,
used-
there's a $4 car. It's
We're
pretty
gonna-
practical.
Okay.
Eventually,
get you-
Greg, best of every world.
Tesla painted like this. That's a better idea.
The Tesla body
Tesla
just doesn't. Can I see a Tesla?
vinyl
No,
wax.
you could get the
Dude,
whi-
that
the-
white
the-
Tesla
the-
is hot.
Show me a white Tesla.
What's
White
the
Teslas are dope.
the one with the doors that go up? You can get one
It's a
of those.
DeLorean.
The
Those don't
Model
exist
X.
anymore.
No, he's talking about the Model X.
Yeah.
Model X. Yeah.
Those are cool. You can get
We're
that.
talking
That would
about
look
Model
like it.
3, right? That's what it's
I mean,
white
any
Model 3.
yeah. God, look at it.
It's cool.
Sexy.
It's a cool car.
Yeah, that's sexy. I see. But it doesn't have the body shape in any way of an Ecto.
Is it sexy?
Well,
You know what I
neither does
mean?
the Mini
Yeah.
Cooper.
The Mini Cooper does.
If you
The
took
Mini
Ecto
Cooper-
and cut off
if-
7/8 of it.
If you take the Ecto 1, that's Yoda. And if you take the Mini Cooper, that's Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Kev.
Okay. I mean,
Give
you
me,
got,
a,
you
give
got
me
me
a
right on the
Tesla
heartstrings.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I bet there
Or
is.
Tesla Ecto 1.
See, that right there would look dope as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah,
and then
'cause
you
here's
just
the
put
thing,
decals
Greg.
on it. You can take it off.
You're
and
gonna
sell it.
you're gonna have maybe another dog by then. You're gonna have a
Sure,
kid maybe
yeah,
by then. You're
yeah.
gonna need a bigger vehicle. You know.
These
Sure.
are big
And
vehicles.
it's going to be a big kid.
This is a kid. This
It's
is
gonna be a big kid.
That kid's gonna be 8 feet tall out of the womb.
Yeah, give me
Oh my God.
Tesla Ecto 1. See what I got here.
Now, the problem that I want to present to you, though, Greg.
Yeah, sure, I'm listening.
Is that the more attention you bring to yourself, the more trouble you're going to get into. Both people fucking with your car and the popo. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, the popo
and
gonna
the
love
people
me.
that are like the street cleaning motherfuckers. Like,
Oh,
you
they're
park
gonna be
somewhere,
saying it.
you're gonna remember. They're gonna remember
Totally.
you forever.
Yeah.
Then you become a problem. You got to get a car that blends in, and then you're not gonna.
A
Oh,
Tesla-
trust
but
me,
the thing
Greg
is, a
Miller's
Tesla
never
would
blended
blend
in.
in.
He's gonna stand out. That's my
true.
thing. You know what I mean?
No, none of
I
these
love
work.
this idea so much.
I'm
Let
telling
me
you, man,
help
the Mini
with this.
Cooper 4-door white with Ecto 1 shit on it. I think it's the way to go.
I think if we can find you a Mini Cooper that's 2-3 years used,
What?
I say
Why would he get
Why
a
do I
used
want to
one?
use? I don't want somebody could have fucking killed a kid in the back of that thing. I don't want that. If a kid's getting killed, then it's mine.
you're gonna buy a brand
I'm
new
killing
Mini
the kid.
Cooper.
Yeah, why not?
Don't do that. Buy a Tesla.
I want to talk about the Cybertruck.
Can I get a Tesla for the same
we?
price as
Could
the Mini
we?
Cooper?
No, not even.
I don't know how much cars cost.
I don't know how much.
As
I don't know
someone
how
who
much
hasn't
a Mini
driven a
Cooper
car
costs.
I feel like a Mini
Professionally.
Cooper is not a
But
good
it's
investment.
not a good
20,
investment.
The
20.
cheap Teslas are what, 30,000?
35.
Yeah, something like
35.
that.
How much is right off the lot right now? Brand new Mini
Can we,
Cooper.
can we
You want
tap
me
in
to look that up?
MSRP
Probably like
Mini
15.
Cooper?
No way, really?
Yeah, I think a Mini Cooper would be like 15.
15, 4-door, brand new. Mini. This is-
15K?
Yeah, you can
I've
you
been
can get a
more.
you can get a Nissan
20.
Versa.
Yeah, I mean,
brand
but he's
new
not
for
going to get the
15.
base model. You want to go a little.
Okay, let's type in a top
I
of the
want
line
air
Mini
conditioner.
Cooper.
I want air conditioner.
Top of the line Mini Cooper, leather
There we
seats,
go. We're
bucket,
on the minicooper.com website here.
build and
Let's
price.
fucking build one.
Fuck.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Let's do it.
Yes. Let's start with.
Am I about to buy a Mini Cooper?
Oh, wait, Kev. Okay, Kev.
Kevin's
let's
gonna go. Do you have the
we
company
want-
card?
We got to go 228 horsepower.
No,
on
no,
this thing.
we want hard top 4-door.
Oh yeah.
And we
yeah,
want
good point.
4-door,
Good point.
yes.
Oh, these are more.
Go.
expensive.
Well, 189 horsepower.
Well,
We're not
let's-
fucking with 134.
All right,
We
so
we
it
don't
starts
need-
at 24.9 or 28.9.
I was way.
You want to
off.
go fast? Or
But
you want to be
here's the thing.
fucking like child?
No.
I'm never gonna take it to. I'm never gonna take it to
You're gonna go
129,
with
let
this
alone
guy.
145.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on,
you
hold
you
on.
put
Real
people
quick.
in. You want that torque.
Oh yeah,
want
so
that
the
horsepower.
cheapest one looks like 23,000.
I was way off.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say,
but
that
this
seems
is the
dirt
online
cheap.
thing. You're gonna get it cheaper at the lot.
Yeah, again,
sure.
so I just
Sure.
watched. I
Here's what you
legitimately
do.
just saw a commercial that was like, buy a new Nissan Versa for $15K, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the car I used to drive before I have the Honda right now, and everything was manual in that goddamn car, manual windows. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, but
dude.
this is 2019. Nothing's manual anymore.
Yeah.
Like they don't sell cars with
My
these
Nissan
windows.
Versa was 2017.
Get the fuck out.
yeah,
I feel like
Ryanair of
I feel like we
cars.
should do
Wait,
this.
when did you get your other car?
Right
I
now.
bought the
I think
Civic.
we dropped that. We think we could put Greg's card on it right now and pre-order this thing.
I say we do it.
I had the Nissan Versa for like 6 months, Kevin, before I got the Civic and moved over here.
Shit.
So,
All right, so we're going. Are we going
classic?
classic, signature, or iconic?
Well,
Classic. He doesn't need more than that.
well, hold on. What's
Well, the benefit. We'll look at the things each one. All right. You got panoramic roof.
Don't
You
care.
Heated seats are good.
I want it.
though.
Heated
Butt
seats are
warmers
good.
are good.
LEDs, 16
Headlamps and
inch.
tail lamps, 16-inch alloys. Come on, bro. You want those?
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
lights.
so my
Windows
question becomes, what
17.
I want to look over now at Iconic. It says connected navigation plus with Apple
You don't
CarPlay.
need it.
cable.
You do need
Wow.
CarPlay.
I just need a USB. I just need a
CarPlay is
USB.
great.
Also,
though.
all that can
You
be
want
added
CarPlay, but you can
aftermarket.
add it after. For
And you want leather. It's never hot.
I go
here.
signature. We're
You
doing
don't,
signature.
you don't need the 17.
But I want it white.
16s on that car is fine.
Change it to white, Kevin.
White, Kevin. I don't want this orange.
We're going. Well, hold on. Let me see if the what are the no.
That's a silver, Kevin.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a silver.
And
Kevin.
he's
That's a
checking.
silver,
I
Kevin.
appreciate him
That's
being.
fine.
I like it.
It's like a
'Cause
cream.
This isn't white. This is cream.
Yeah, but again, that has
It's
that
close
ecto.
enough.
It has that ecto cream to it.
Yeah,
which I
yeah,
love.
you're right.
Gobble
Yeah.
gobble. You
It
know
looks.
what I'm saying?
It's a patina cream. You know
Gobble,
what I mean?
gobble?
It's patinaed white.
Because I was gobbling the cream.
Gobble gobble, motherfuckers. All right, now here's what I'm saying.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Now, can we look at the
that
Ecto
wasn't
1
us.
and see if the
Sorry.
mirrors are painted white? Because we might
They're
need
silver.
the mirrors. Are they silver?
Yeah.
But you got to paint those mirrors white then.
No. Again, I don't mind iterating a bit.
No, but-
I just don't want to drift as far as the Bay Area Ghostbusters.
The roof
have.
has
I
to be
hope
white,
the Bay
though.
Area Ghostbusters pull up your Instagram when you get this car.
You just fucking rip me apart of their podcast. I'm not ripping apart. I thought about looking into
There
joining,
you
but
go.
they
Whoa.
You got to
City.
have that. You got to
Wow.
have that.
You think full on white like
Yes.
that?
Well, the top
Yeah.
it's white.
Well, here's my thing. Do it
The
again.
Ecto 1. I mean, it's hideous. I would rather it be black. I like
See, I think you have to do, especially like right now. Let's work on the
Mini
assumption.
Cooper suck.
We should
guys.
build a smart car.
Huh?
The smart car is the one that I'm thinking of, where you always see them memeing out the smart cars, where they make it look like the old little
Play school.
play school. kind of
Oh
vehicles.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
Just
the
for
Ecto
a
1 has it's all
comparison, I'm
white.
just pulling this up for which one do
That's
you
fine.
want to use as a comparison?
The
No,
white-
the one
the
you're
white
on is
roof
fine. The one you're
nailed
on
it.
is fine.
Wait, this
The
one?
white
Yeah, that's
roof
great.
was
That's
perfect.
great.
That's
Here's
great.
my thing about it. Bring it back over. Now, here's what I'm saying though: is we have to make right now, for the purposes of this podcast, what we are doing is building an Ecto 1 we will do nothing with except paint fins on and put the no ghost logo on.
Okay.
So with that said, I think you have to go with a black top if we're not going to put stuff on top of it.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Not.
Because look at
It's
it.
gotta be
It
white.
looks
It's not-
naked.
It's not
it looks
good.
naked
But you're
right
not
now.
envisioning
What are
it
you
with the
talking
red
about?
If I was going to put the lights on it, if I was going to put the ladder on it, then I think the white makes
But
sense.
you're missing the point. I can have Andy spend hours designing you the top of it, and we'll vinyl wrap it so
Yeah.
it looks like it's all that shit's up
Why
there.
are you obsessed with vinyl
I just want
wrapping?
to wrap something so bad.
It's perfect with the white roof, Greg. Like
Perfect?
when Nick or when Kevin hit the white to make the
Made
roof
sense,
white,
right?
I was like, oh my god, I
Right.
see it now.
I want one.
I see it.
I want Greg to have one.
Yeah.
If we get the option, are you going to add rails on the top just in case?
Yes.
You
Say
want
it,
rails?
I can put rails on the
Let's-
top?
I don't know that you can.
Let's
Kevin?
get to the wheels,
With
Kevin.
a lot of cars, you can. Though.
Let's go. Let's go.
For now, for now. Wait,
Kevin,
what is
go-
back? Go back.
go-
There's a thing in the. No, don't hit the back.
Wait,
There you go.
wait.
Perfect.
Kevin, go to additional options. It might be a ski rack.
See, now
We're
here's my
earning our
problem.
way there.
One of my
That
big
interior
problems
is
with
hideous.
one of my big I have thought this through quite a bit.
so ugly.
It
one of-
looks, I think
horrible.
It looks, look at the knobs. I love these knobs.
Oh, I love.
that's-
You don't like that?
The knobs aren't what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the fucking fishbowl that's in the middle of the.
Man, I think it's rad.
I'm like, which one's the steering wheel?
Which one shows me how many midi
Kevin, show me the back again.
That's what it looked like.
See, this is my big problem with it, of course, is that everybody thinks of the Ecto 1, right?
funny.
You think of the fins, you think of the logos on the doors, you think of the logo on the back. And where the Mini Cooper is and the license plate holder is, I can't center a no ghost logo there, which breaks my heart.
Why don't you put it on the bumper?
Nick,
You want a black roof, Greg?
Here's what
I
I'll
gave
say.
up on your vision a long time
Here's what
ago.
I'll say. You put the logo underneath the license
it's too
plate.
small.
What,
Look
let me
how
see what
big
this logo.
it
What
is.
does it look like?
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
you take that logo, you put huge as fuck, and the license plate's over it.
Just every one of these
So you put-
images,
you put the sticker underneath, and you put the license plate over it.
they all have white roofs.
That way when the cops come-
I'm not arguing that it has a white roof.
I don't know why you.
I am
go on.
arguing that if we're not going to put anything on top of the white roof, the black will distract more from this naked, hairless Ecto 1.
It won't look like the
Distract will
Ecto
just-
1
yeah,
if
then
it has
it'll
a
just
black
be like-
roof. People will go like
it'll
this.
be the equivalent of putting like an Autobot symbol on a piece of shit car.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I
doesn't
guess this
look
guy
like it.
likes Transformers, as opposed to that's a fucking Transformer.
Yeah.
You want this thing to be that's a fucking Ecto-1,
Yeah.
not
You need a
like
white
this
roof.
guy
Fine,
likes
then
Ghostbusters.
Kevin, I need you to save me a few $1,000s, get the sunroof out of the fucking thing,
Yeah, I don't need that
do it white, we'll put lights on it.
You definitely don't need a sunroof.
Once we do this, Kevin, you're gonna need to Google San Francisco laws on lights on top of your car. Because I think I got to cover them. I've looked into this in Illinois. I never looked into it in
I
California.
You definitely
I
can't
think we
put
have
a sticker on your car that says police. I know that much.
I know from
Experience.
So now this is okay. So yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
so now
those
this
reels
is
are
without the
ugly
bells.
now.
We got to add the bells and whistles
Yeah,
as we
we're
go,
gonna have to
right?
throw it
Which
Adam.
that's a doable thing.
Show me the backing end. Is this still? Is this? Do I get a cheat? No, it's still the same thing.
You have the little tapita.
But here's what I'm
caps.
saying. Here's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
I'm
Sure.
sorry. What do you have the problem with
We
the
can
back?
we can cover
I
that
want to
whole
put
back up.
the No Ghost logo right where it says Mini Hardtop 4-door Mini logo.
Yeah, you can do that.
There's supposed to be a No Ghost logo there.
What about
Yeah.
the license plate?
Is that right?
Well, the license
Well, I
plate
mean
doesn't
on the
sit over
Ecto
it.
1, not on this thing.
Oh, I see. So you're talking
Again,
about
offensively, you're looking
this.
at the 20 whatever 18 Ghostbusters car and trying to base decisions off that. I'm not a fan of that, Kevin.
You
But
happy?
there you go. See,
You rather me look at this toy?
yes, it would be
No, I'm
better.
kidding, I'm
that
kidding.
would because that's the car we're trying to build here. All right.
Now,
feel like
here's
this
the
started
thing.
off as a
How
good idea.
willing? How willing are you to?
Which part?
kind of funny.
All right, go to wheels. Yeah. Now, see, we're gonna have to get custom wheels because I need that. I need.
Those are sick nasty.
I need
Damn.
those white walls though. I need white walls on this. Baby.
With those wheels, it looks like you should be driving across a snowy landscape in a Lexus commercial. And they're like, why is this Mini Cooper in this Lexus commercial?
Get the fuck out of here.
Why is this Ecto 1 Mini Cooper here?
So wait, what
let
rims
me
look
change
closest to the ones that are?
I would
on
say
the-
these here probably the
These-
solid thing.
Those are.
These
I don't even.
No, hit the ones you were on.
We're gonna have to
I
get
don't-
some custom rims.
add them.
I don't
Add
know
the
if-
car. Now go up and click the ones above them.
It won't let me.
Why is this add
Add the car.
Add a car.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You goof,
And then
dumb
next-
dumb.
Yeah, I mean those are the cheapest rims that it comes with. So there you go.
See, I want the white walls. We're gonna
On the
you-
interior, see if there's an option with Dan Aykroyd being inside of the car.
I just gotta buy a thing of
Miller,
Crystal
Miller.
Head vodka.
This we wrap up with tape, spray paint it, done. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
fair, done.
Oh, done. Do we
Done.
not spend
We
any
can
more
do the
money on
vinyl
that?
wrap.
Next, the interior.
I was gonna throw out that they
Interior, I don't
actually-
care about really. Like, right?
Oh, this
Well, I
is
want
where-
heated seats, of course.
You can actually
you
get
can add
custom
that.
rims, if you wanted to. That the white wall is built into the rim, so you can get a lower profile tire, but it makes it look like one of those big fat dog tires.
Yeah, we
back
want
in the
that.
day.
We
what we
want
want.
that.
Yeah, they do them. They do them on custom.
Can you put me in touch with your tire guy?
Let's
yeah,
skip
I can.
interior.
I can get that for
Yeah,
you.
interior
for
guy.
this
Who the fuck
extra
cares what it
size.
looks
I mean,
like?
the
inside?
rest of it, I don't even think matters.
No, I want to. Well, no, because we started here. How much is going to cost? That's where this all began.
You need, yeah.
you
this-
don't-
Oh, I
it
need
comes
the.
in
Oh, I
hot.
need the double clutch transmission.
when you
How
want to
the-
get to the ghost fast.
How the fuck am I not going to drive without a 7
Car has one
speed?
transmission. It's not a manual.
Click whatever. Keep
I like how they're
going.
giving you these options. There's no options. What?
is
what
this?
now
I mean,
see if
right
you
now I
get-
don't have that. Right?
See if you can get a roof rack. on
Mini
this
Click
fucking
6 drive system universal cold. What the fuck's that even?
What is
Click.
that?
Damn, that's
Just
Click.
what's up.
We don't need it.
Click. Oh, wait.
Additional
Never
options.
mind, we don't need it.
thing. All right, here we are.
There's
Sirius
maintenance.
satellite. No.
Exterior,
Union
exterior
Jack.
details. Yeah, not a Union Jack.
Bike rack.
Blackjack side
The
scuttle.
bottom
Bike
left.
rack.
Bike rack prep.
Oh, fuck
Where is it?
yes.
Where is it? Where is
Black
it?
rack prep.
It's just
Yes.
Oh shit, son.
You fucking just
Roof
saw
rack
it, didn't
base
you?
system.
You didn't believe in us.
Check the bike. There's three. Yeah, there's three different options. Let's see which one's best. Oh, there's even more.
So it's an addition. So you can just get the roof racks.
That's
right?
nasty.
We have options, guys.
And then you can add this different shit afterwards.
Oh, you know. Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
But that's gonna get. Someone's gonna fuck with that. if
Wait,
you
what
leave
can
it
I
out.
put in
No,
that thing?
whatever
Oh, you can put.
want.
It's like a
Surfboard.
suitcase.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Neat.
just put shit in it.
And they
Okay.
have black ones.
That's sick.
See now, put one of on. Let me see what it looks like.
Vinyl wrap that fucking thing.
Shit, Nick. You
Imagine if
make
we can make it red. That'd be so cool.
Like, it's so funny that you can't zoom out. You know, it's just chopped
You
off.
can't. Oh, you can only zoom in.
That's weird.
Can, what if you do the Control Z thing that you do sometimes?
No.
that you do sometimes.
Yeah, this is really bad.
What about the bike rack
man.
prep? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, is that for the back of it?
Yeah, it looks like it
No,
goes
so
below.
those are the rails that it actually sits on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need that.
No, that says roof rails.
Wait, you're saying this one?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. What's that thing do? I want to see all these options.
It looks like it might be on the back by the
Can
license
we, yeah,
plate.
let's remove
No.
everything. Let's
Let me
just
see.
start over.
Oh, yeah, it might be in the back. You're right.
Oh, it's a bike thing. Like you put it on the back, like a
No, it didn't do anything either.
tow hook or something, or a tow hitch.
It's
Well, either way, I think we got.
Hold on. What
For
was
sure,
I
Kev. We like those.
Get
cute
your
little,
mini.
there,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
see?
something for your
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
You don't want that
No,
shit.
we don't want that.
But I ride a bike.
Yeah, but you're not gonna ride it. You know.
You can't ride a bike and drive the car at the same time, Greg. Don't be silly.
Do you want to get the sports antenna to make it easier for shit?
Let me look at it.
I don't like that.
No, I don't. I like
Turn
the
into
tall one because
Snoopy.
it needs to look like Ghostbuster
It does.
stuff.
I
you
like
know?
tall one. Maybe we should, Kevin. Maybe we should give him that bike thing because he does ride a bike a lot with his weird helmet.
I don't like it. It's such a funny looking helmet.
I love it. It keeps me from getting run over, just like this car will.
Keep that on there because I feel like that's just like and didn't they have a
I
thing?
feel
Didn't
like
the doors
this
thing
is-
like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
feel
there's
like
that.
this is an attachment that like lets you put on a bike rack.
Rear
All
mount
right, fine.
bike rack.
Fuck it. I don't want it. Get it.
Yeah, that
maybe-
is what that is.
yeah,
Bike
maybe.
rack and bike sold
All
separately.
right, so now put the things on. I didn't love the box. I love the rails.
Get the rails.
Give me the roof rails, but not
Just
the box.
rails? Okay.
Put on that bike rack prep.
I like that
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
that's
And then give me
freaking
the
nasty.
support system, right? The crossbars.
Yeah.
Roof.
Oh, you want the
Yeah,
okay.
gotta
have it.
Got it.
Right? Yeah, that looks
cool
good.
looking.
That's really good.
Yeah, we're getting there.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Okay. Review and save.
I like it.
Wait, do we really want to save it?
27.
I don't think it actually like fucking takes a 10% down. I think you're okay, Kev.
Kevin's like, I need
It's all
some
right.
card.
As configured, 26,766.
Man, this computer's gonna get fed so many Mini
26
Cooper ads.
Now here's what I'm saying. That's gonna get up to 30 with all the stupid shit that they try to buy.
That's
you.
gonna come down if they want me to get it.
So
You know
here's what
I mean?
they do.
better
Want me to
fucking be
schedule
ready
a
to
test
bargain.
drive, or-
You bring Kevin.
How many times do I have to tweet about your Mini Cooper store, sir?
You bring Kevin. You bring Tim.
Oh, God.
Now Tim will call 15 other dealerships
Yeah, that's
and
true.
find you better
That's true.
prices. And Kevin will just go around.
God, look at how
and
beautiful
just
it
be
is.
Kevin.
Just imagine,
And eventually,
screenshot, or actually, you know what? Everybody who's talented, I need you right now. This is so everybody who's watching and talented, and this is for when it goes up on Friday too. Screenshot this and then do it. Put the No Ghost logo on the
details,
side. Put the red. The
me a
red.
mock-up.
Yeah,
I want a
my
mock-up.
God.
So
You know what? And here's the other thing. Oh, I can't do it. I guess. 'cause
thanks,
I've been-
Kev. Give
thank
him the
you.
options.
Good job, Kev. Good job,
yeah,
Kev.
take your time.
Here's what I'd like to see, audience, while you do
It
this.
doesn't matter. It doesn't ignore that.
And I know Tim's mad at me for making a few liberties with the fucking thing, right? You know, give me one version with the No Ghost logo on the hood as well, because that is something that's done often in the cartoons. And since I can't have it on the back, I'd like to see it.
I just
want to see it.
I'm with Tim on this, okay? Because you spent a solid 5 minutes eviscerating the San Francisco Ghostbusters. And now you want a fucking decal on the hood?
How far they have fallen.
I'm just saying, if we're out there experimenting, yeah.
I mean, you could probably go to a body shop and have them like remove this and like fill it in somehow,
Yeah.
and
I
then
mean,
it'd just be.
I
you
think
know?
too, like, you know, for the logistics of it, probably where the Mini Cooper logo is there in the center, you put a little No
yeah,
Ghost logo. That'd be
that'd
cute.
be cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you know what I
cute.
mean?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
It's a scale.
you could easily pop that off. That you can have a body shop pop that off, spray it white.
Sure.
And then you put a big logo on it, but it just goes into the inlet, and then you put the license plate.
Ooh,
over
what
it.
about on the gas
No,
what I'm
cap?
saying?
On the
over
gas
it.
cap. It's like a circle.
Well, there's already
that's
one.
too-
There's
Why
already
don't
one
we
in the
just
door.
let everyone just
Yeah.
put stickers on
I
this?
I say
Christ's
one
sake.
big
I know a
one,
guy.
one big one here. You know.
Yeah, that's I think that would work. But I think don't you
And
think
get
you got to
the
spray paint
painted-
that white? Yeah, you got to paint
spray
that white.
painted the same, not white, the same color as the car.
The creamy, whatever
Yeah.
the hell that thing is. Yeah, we can get that done. That Mini Cooper color is easy. It's like a stock color.
Well, I kind of, if we're gonna leave again, there's gonna be some.
fact, you could
just
take all
to
that stuff
talk
out and spray
Tim
it.
off the ledge here. Right? There's gonna be some liberties need to be taken, right?
That's fair.
Okay.
If that's the case, that's a different vision then.
Okay.
That's where it's like what looks the
I mean, it's
dopest.
pretty much the same though.
Not what's the most faithful.
Okay,
You know?
that's fair. All right, do you want to shake
Dope-
hands
the
on
dope
it?
factor.
Shake hands on it.
Hell
all right?
yeah,
I'm
man.
down.
Now, are you gonna do some aftermarket red shit?
You have to.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I want that. I want that the fin the other Mini Cooper had that when you Googled it.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
have
Let's see
to.
what the audience comes up
Yeah,
with.
audience, give me
I
some
wanna see some
mock-ups
cool
here. You know what I
mock-ups.
mean? Let's see
Give
what's
them
up.
box.
I want to see like a red, like instead of the
If
maybe
you
the
can do
line,
it too,
maybe the quarter panels red.
Get a white Tesla. Show me what those mock-ups would look
I want
like.
to see the
you know what I
Tesla
mean?
with the
Yeah.
Ghostbuster. Let's do that.
All
want
right.
this so
Thanks,
bad.
guys, for helping me.
Anyway, back to the Cybertruck, real quick. Like me and Kevin were kind of arguing about it, right? And Kevin's absolutely like smitten with this damn truck.
Of course he is. This truck's supposed to be like indestructible, and
Now,
Kevin drives like there's no tomorrow.
I like. There's a part of me that likes it.
Kevin
right?
drove without brakes for a solid 2 months.
Yeah.
That's
And
not
I was like, "How are you
true.
stopping?" And he's like, "That's what trees are for."
There's a part of me that likes it a lot, but I wish, you know, on this where they went full 10. They went from 0 to 10 all the way to cyberpunk future. Like they went all the way. I wish they would have gone to like an 8.
Yeah.
And met
can't.
somewhere in the middle. You
You
know?
can't do that though. That's not how you make change happen. Change, you need to have this moment, and then everyone's going to iterate, and it's going to come down and meet somewhere. In
Yeah,
the
that
middle.
worked out real well for John DeLorean.
That was a cool. That's still a
DeLorean.
cool car to this day.
Yeah. or if you can find him, because he went broke as fuck and then to jail for.
He would always take the
cocaine.
car. He took the car to Rooster Teeth. I remember seeing it in the parking lot.
DeLorean.
Is this
Yeah,
the
that's cool.
concept you were talking about?
No. There's a concept that they were sort of teasing of what the Tesla pickup truck could be, and the top right, very very top right.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I thought, see, that's
That's
cool.
like from RoboCop.
And I wish they had met somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that's two prototype, like never gonna come out.
Yeah.
But the one that they have right now is like someone drew it once, and Elon Musk was like, "Yeah, that's the one." And
Yeah.
they're like, no, this is just a mock-up, real quick on a fucking napkin.
I love it.
Like, and
It's so cool and so different than what's available now. I think, and like that was by design, you know. Like
It's-
this is nothing out there is like this, and this is so cool looking.
it's cool. Like
Also, they made an ATV, you know.
from the front view, I think it's super cool looking. And then once it gets around to the side, that's when I start disliking it. But from
Have you seen it? In
whenever they
black?
showed at the front, like
Does it
You
come
know,
in
you know what it
black?
reminds me of?
here, go to the bottom right, the front black view. That right there. Like I think that looks
That looks
so
like
fun.
Knight Rider.
Well, they did sort of
No,
like
it
Photoshop.
looks like-
some
it looks like
bullshit in
Wraith.
there.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Photoshop reasons.
Yeah.
Who's
What-
Wraith?
There's a movie called Wraith, starring Charlie Sheen back in the day, where he dies, then comes back as the Wraith and hunts people down. That
Did you
go
ever
in
watch?
the
Did you ever
car.
watch The Chase, where he has sex with a girl while he's running from the
Oh,
cops?
what a great movie, dude.
Driving
love
from the
that
cops.
movie.
Great movie.
Holds her up with a butter.
You know
holds
what's
the place up with a
fucking
butter.
crazy is we're gonna see this on the streets.
I cannot wait.
How long?
They
2
said
years,
I
2
mean,
years.
again, pre-orders don't really necessarily mean a whole lot because you put down $100 or whatever. But I think they're at like 250,000.
Yeah, but there's
How much
there's
does it
gonna be
cost?
a fraction of that.
I think it's
People won't
40.
buy that car.
Well, yeah, 40 is the baseline.
Are you kidding
70
me?
is
This
the
thing's
most
gonna sell out.
expensive.
A pre-order? No, I'm a fraction of the 200,000 people that put the pre-order
Got
on
it,
that
got
actually
it, got
get
it.
one.
But like, I think it's
How many
gonna be
people
a-
are gonna wait like 2 years? They're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it's $100.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
point he's making.
Gotcha.
But the thing is, it's
still,
gonna look
these are going to be on the streets, and then in 2 years, and then in 4 years, they're going to be all over the fucking place. Like, think about Teslas. It's insane.
It's gonna look super
You
fucking
can't go out
dorky.
without seeing 5 of them on the way home.
No, I mean, that's the thing.
It's gonna look really dorky when you put the side view mirrors on it.
Oh, you mean the safety things, like all the lights that have to go on the truck and all that
Like
stuff?
no,
or-
like the actual side mirrors.
No,
Like,
I mean, and also the turn lights and the actual headlamps and all the
Yeah, but those
brakes
could
and
be
stuff
all
like that.
integrated into the system it has now.
I think it's actually gonna make it look better. Because I think what you're responding to right now is there's
like I
it's
love this
too
view.
flat.
I think it looks so cool right there.
I think once they have to put when they have to put the actual because you have to have by law the little turn signals on the sides, little lights that bleep when you're
Yeah, but
turning.
they've
turn signals on the
combined
back and all that stuff.
They've combined them so that like a lot of cars have now gotten rid of the yellow.
Oh, so it's in
Which
the light
is,
itself.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. Well, no, instead they have like flashing red for a right indicator
Interesting.
instead of a yellow light that flashes.
It's against the law to not have lights on your mirrors.
no, it's not.
No, but there are like state laws and where you have to have specific types of lights for safety reasons.
Yeah.
So like you can't just not have brake lights or turn signals on your back.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you turn it on, you have to have like the different
Yeah,
the different
yeah.
turn. So a lot, like to Kevin's point, like a lot of the newer cars because they have LEDs.
Yeah. Oh,
will use
okay.
those
I get what
lights
you're saying.
as those things. But
Which is
if
not
you look,
great.
like my car has, because it's older, it's got on the side of it on the fender, it has an indicator when I'm turning. And I
Yeah.
think you still have to have that to some degree.
It's going to be really cool, Nick. This will really benefit you if you ever want to get a Cybertruck. Is that vinyl wrapping? This will be super easy.
Well,
it's flat panels.
That's my point. So you know what I talk about those car restoration shows that I watch all the time.
Yeah.
When they customize cars, this is my biggest pet peeve because they can't get. You know, when cars are made, generally, like if it's a mass market car, the sheet metal's stamped. They come up with like a big ass stamp. It stamps it out, and that's how you get the intricacies of like a soft angle going into nothing, right?
Yeah.
Or like, and it's a sculpted panel. But when these guys go to customize them, they don't have that ability, so it's always a little harder angle than it needs to be, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. This thing looks like someone made their own car, but they were like, I don't know how to work with sheet metal. I can just do
Angles.
like 5-degree angles, and that's it. And it's like, to me, I think it's absolutely hideous, but there's a fucking awesomeness to how ugly it is that I'm not going
I'm with
to
that.
discount. You know what I mean?
I hate
like,
it.
It's not a pretty car.
I don't
but
like
if
it
I saw
at
one,
all.
I'd be like, that
I'm
dude's
stoked
fucking
it
cool.
exists, and I'm stoked of what it's going to cause to the world. We're about to get drastically different looking cars. I remember 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, yellow cars didn't exist because that was reserved for taxis. Now yellow's fucking everywhere.
Well, taxis
that,
and Porsches.
that was the biggest change we've seen in cars.
In cars.
Are you mad that you didn't get a yellow Prius?
No.
I had a yellow Mazda 5, and it was awful.
And I hated it.
I hated that damn car. Like, it was just, I was like, why do I have, But my parents were like, yeah, you're into like punk rock, and this is
That's
like,
not
They
punk rock.
pushed you to buy it?
it was like a used deal.
Nothing says punk rock like
Like a yellow Mazda.
So they're like, oh, it's a hatchback. It's a Mazda 5, so you could like put your bass in there and your amp or whatever. And my uncle sold it to us. And he'll still give us shit like, yeah, I remember that Mazda 5 I sold back in the day. A bunch of idiots who bought it. Like that suckers. It's really good. But it was not fun. It was not a great car.
And now, a word from our sponsors. This episode of the Kinda Funny Podcast is brought to you by Movement. Holy shit, the holidays are already here. But Movement Watches has you covered this season with hundreds of watches, blue light glasses, sunnies, and jewelry styles to choose from. Stuff your stockings, impress your family, wow your partners, or treat yourself, because we know you're dressing up too, with the perfect gift. And Movement is making it easy, beautiful, curated gift boxes, his and her gift guides, and free and quick shipping right to your door just in time for the holidays. You guys know that, guess what? Movement's been working with us a long time. Everybody has those Movement watches around here. I use the Movement sunglasses when you see me on vacation with them. These are great products that are great gifts, and guess what? You have to get people gifts because it's the holidays. So why not make it simple and jump in and do this? The watches are beautiful. They have a whole bunch of different designs. The glasses are great. They protect your eyes. What else could you want, ladies and gentlemen? Be the big winner this holiday season with a gift from Movement. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com/kinda. That's MVMT.com/kinda. Join the movement. Up next, well, it just happens to be 4 hymns. 66% of men start to lose their hair by the age 35. And once you start to notice thinning hair, it can be too late. So you need to be like Kinda Funny's Nick Scarpino and Andy Cortez. They noticed their hair was thinning. They went to 4hymns.com, and a doctor prescribed them medications to help treat their thinning hair and get ahead of the problem. Of course, 4hymns.com is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness, and more for men. These aren't snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. These are prescription solutions backed by science. You don't have to have awkward in-person doctor visits or wait in long pharmacy lines anymore. 4Hymns connects you with real doctors online, which could save you hours completely confidentially and discreetly. You answer a few quick questions, a doctor reviews, and if they determine it's right for you, they can prescribe you medication to treat hair loss that's shipped directly to your door. This holiday season, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow with Hymns. Try Hymns today by starting out with a free online visit. Go to 4hymns.com/kinda. That's FORHIMS.com/kinda. 4hymns.com/kinda. Prescription products are subject to a doctor's approval and require an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. See the website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went in person to the doctor's office or pharmacy. Remember, that's 4hymns.com/kinda. And the final sponsor of the day, it is Felix Gray blue light glasses. I constantly, of course, have my face in front of a screen. You see it. I'm looking at this here. I got my phone over there. I got a watch over here. I'm back at the computer in there. I got the big screens. I'm playing the games. You know what it's like. Too much screen time can result in tired, dry eyes, headaches, blurry vision, and trouble sleeping. I know it well. The amount of times I lift these glasses, rub my eyes like that. But not a problem if you wear Felix Gray blue light glasses. Felix Gray launched in 2016 with a singular focus to offer the most effective computer glasses on the market with all the quality of brand name designer frames, and quickly became the internet's favorite blue light glasses. Felix Gray glasses filter out 90% of high energy blue light and eliminate 99% of harsh glare coming from screens. Over there, the other side of that wall, Andy Cortez uses them. He's looking at screens. He's looking at this. He's making art. He's making thumbs. He's streaming games. He's doing all sorts of stuff. And his peepers are feeling great. Unlike other brands who use cheap blue light coatings that aren't effective and can chip or scratch, Felix Gray uses a proprietary blue light technology that's embedded directly into the lenses. Available in prescription, non-prescription, and reader, Felix Gray has you covered with optical glasses for work and sleep glasses in the evening that are clinically proven to increase melatonin secretion when worn leading up to bedtime. Why would you buy glasses from a company whose sole focus isn't making glasses? We trust Felix Gray because they make us and the rest of these blue light glasses. Because they make the best blue light glasses in the game. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/kinda and get a pair of blue light glasses from the pros. Shipping returns are totally free. That's FELIXGRAY glasses.com/kinda. felixgrayglasses.com/kinda. All right, we're back.
I'm looking for this damn. Keep talking about. I'm looking for this Cybertruck concept that somebody kind of an artist said, "Oh, let me fix it to what I think it should look like," and it looked really fucking cool. And a guy posted it on Facebook, and I don't remember the person's name, even though they're my friend on Facebook.
While you look for it, did you saw the shit with them in Ford?
No.
Where you didn't see? So they
Ford
apparently-
versus Tesla?
Yeah, Ford versus the Cybertruck,
The sequel.
No, apparently they decided to they were like, our Tesla, this car is so powerful, has so much torque that it will beat a Ford F-150 in a tug of war, and it did. But then like Neil deGrasse Tyson got in, and he was like, that's not a fair, like an accurate test because that's one of them's all-wheel drive and the other one's like front-wheel drive as a truck, and like he was like he got in with physics, and then all these other people started piling in. It was a pretty fascinating thing. And then Ford came out like, we'll take you on any day of the week or whatever with a car that matches the specs of being all-wheel drive. And then they backed out, and everyone's like, ooh.
Ford backed out?
Yeah, Ford
Yeah,
was like,
the-
you know what? We don't need to do this. Someone at Ford's like, don't fucking do this. This is dumb.
We'll take you any day. And like all the other people are like, no, we
All right,
won't.
Wednesday.
we don't wanna do that.
no.
Because Musk was like, yeah, absolutely, let's go.
course.
We'll send you a Cybertruck. You guys can do it yourself. And they were like,
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, well, wait, hold on,
They
time
don't
out.
actually compare.
Could
Like,
we do that? If we challenge Elon Musk, like Andy can outrun a Cybertruck, will he send us a Cybertruck?
No, but Kevin, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say,
fast.
like the way electric engines work is, they start up and go. They don't need that like lead time to get the right amount of force.
Yeah, well,
so it's like they don't compare. Where it's like the Cybertruck will win no matter what.
I think
Science,
60.
science with Kev. I'm Kevin.
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said something that had to do with weight dispersal because the all-wheel drive Cybertrucks have engines over each axle. It puts the weight evenly dispersed, which allows it to get more friction and more torque off the bat. Whereas the front-wheel drive just has the weight so I guess the back end just doesn't have any like weight, not a ton of weight coming down on it. It was just getting like fucking pulled all over the place,
Right,
which
right,
makes
right.
sense.
I'm
Makes
sending some
sense.
images to assets right now.
It's just cool when like smart people talk about shit. I'm like, oh yeah, Neil, that's what I was thinking too. And the old engines over the wheelbase, huh? Get that? But yeah,
You remember when he was in Batman v Superman?
was he?
Yeah.
Remember when he was in Laser Team 2?
I do remember that as well.
Or Laser
What?
Team 1?
And everything.
Elon Musk?
No.
No.
Neil
Oh.
deGrasse Tyson.
Didn't he get canceled? Don't people?
Yeah, he said bad things.
He said creepy stuff, right? But
I
like
think
in
he
a
said
really
bad things. I thought he took
stupid
a
way.
picture with someone that was like
was
grabbing her.
So
Someone
this
said he
first one
grabbed
is
her.
like an artist is like, hey, let me like make it look more sci-fi-ish or whatever. And then the second one is this guy that I
But Nick, this could all be.
Those
vinyl.
wheels look like Oreos, and I'm all about it.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Type in the movie Wraith movie.
So this one he rounded off some more of or he straightened off some of like there's not that peak at the top.
Yeah.
You know how like
Yeah.
that point he
But, like,
sort of like
But now this just looks like a Lamborghini
Transformer
SUV.
toy from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like the die-cast metal ones that like couldn't quite look like the TV show.
But that's what I want. I want our shit to be. I always tell Tim, like, I wish fashion was at a point where jackets were super normal, where everything was like segmented into, maybe you have a gray jacket and there's like different parts of fashion where you see futuristic movies and people's like suits look all cool.
Like in
and
Last
shit.
Jedi when Leia had the thing that was just covering her face and looked fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, I just mean stuff like that. Like I wish we were at that point already where we had.
You want to
holograms.
be Ryan
change you wanna
Gosling
see.
from 20.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
I
say that, and you show up in just a all black sweatshirt.
You're right.
Fucking Tim's in a cyberpunk
Yeah,
jacket
Tim's
right now.
trying.
I'm
at least.
I'm living in the
Every
fucking future.
day, Tim leaves the office, and we make fun of him for trying, but he tries, Andy. When are you gonna try?
Walked in with an all-white Xbox One
Poncho.
or whatever they call it.
All he did was talk shit about the fucking Fallen Order ponchos, how much he hates them. And he shows up in a fucking poncho.
They don't have a bright
So-
white one.
It was dope.
Yeah.
I was like
It is fucking
legitimately
dope.
jealous.
Dope
Even though if I brought that home, my wife would be like,
Get out.
Yeah.
"You're not
Get
going
out
to
of
do
here.
that, are you?"
Yeah. Hey, Andy, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What happened to your finger? I haven't seen you in a long time. You come back all mauled. What happened to your finger?
Can we talk about Andy today? Though? Can we tell people what?
Well,
what's
that's why I
going
want
on?
to talk about Mandalorian.
If you don't
were
get
worried.
the joke.
We were legitimately worried about you today as we did our, of course, the kind of funny thing where a minute before we're supposed to be on, everyone looks around, like people come out of their fucking
Morning
groundhog
haze.
holes, and we're just like, wait, is everyone here? And you were nowhere in sight.
Yeah.
And so Kevin's like, is Andy
It's the
coming in?
second
And I
time
was
it's
like,
happened to me in my
yeah.
life where I just slept through every alarm possible. But the first time it happened, I had family members and coworkers calling me millions of times, and to the point where my aunt showed up in my apartment, knocking on my door, thinking that I had like overdosed on some sort of awful drug
See,
or
we
whatever.
didn't,
What
we didn't go that
happened
far.
this
We
time,
thought
Andy?
we thought carbon monoxide this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
What happened this time?
So last night I arrived at SFO around 2:30 in the morning.
Oof.
And I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't take into account how difficult it'd be to find an Uber that late, and how rare they would be,
I didn't
and
realize
how
they would be.
expensive they would be. And so I arrive, and it's around 2:30. I get out the flight, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go pee. And as soon as I was like walking to the restroom, I was already ordering the Uber. Finish peeing, wash my hands, look at my phone, and it's like,
Still searching.
cannot be found. Sorry. Like, it's really, really busy right now. I was like, what the fuck? So I searched again. I searched for so long that eventually the prices were like 65 for an Uber, 75, 80. I was like, I'm going to just go get a fucking cab.
These are for Uber X's?
Uber, any sort of Uber, even shared and all that shit. Went to the taxi area, and there's such a huge line of people, and no taxis are there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucked right now. Eventually, I found an Uber. It was about $80.
Jesus.
Guys, like, he'll arrive in 17 minutes. I'm like, fuck. I finally got home around like 3.
And it's freezing cold.
Yeah, and they have the
taxi?
stupid like little tents you stand outside in near the Uber areas.
Oh,
What's up,
those are
Kev?
the worst.
Why didn't you take a taxi at that point?
He just said there was.
I just said, yeah,
Oh,
there was,
sorry, I didn't-
yeah.
I didn't-
And so I get
What
an
about
Uber.
Bart? You didn't want to take Bart into the city?
I've never even
Bart
tried
doesn't go that late.
I've never.
Fuck, you're right.
I've also just never tried that. That's not an option.
Andy
that I would
was.
try that
Andy's
late.
ended up in Oakland.
Fuck no.
He
yeah,
just
dude.
cut. This is the part of the movie where it cuts and Andy's standing in front of the giant Bart board, and he just walks away.
Yeah. And so I finally go, and I get back to my apartment around 3:30 in the morning in the car, and I'm watching the final or last night's episode of Watchmen.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
God,
episode.
what a
I'm
show.
gonna do it tonight.
So
I'm
good,
excited.
so goddamn good. So I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a late one. This sucks. Hopefully, I get enough sleep. I slept like maybe 45 minutes on the plane, and I'm getting all my shit together. I take a shower. I'm getting out of the shower. I gotta you can't just go to bed immediately. You gotta jerk off.
Yeah, exactly.
fast.
Get it. Get the.
And I
intro.
have my little like Ziploc bag of toiletries, and I reach in to get my razor out, and my finger just slices.
Ah, you cut it. You didn't have to
My-
describe
Are
it.
you using a
that whole
fucking
thing was a
straight
setup.
razor?
No, I just have like but like the angle that it took, it just and like I didn't feel anything, but then I looked and then it just
fucking
started
Michael Madsen
bleeding. It
from
started
Reservoir
bleeding like
Dogs?
crazy.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
And so there's like a lot of blood. I'm like, oh fuck, this. It doesn't hurt. It's not like a
I'm
super,
sure I'll be able.
It's not a super.
Then he woke
gruesome-
up at 2 in the morning.
It's not really gruesome,
Afternoon.
but
Kicked on
it's
blood.
gonna take a while for this to stop bleeding, and it took a while to
Do you think you should have gotten stitches?
No. It wasn't that severe. It's just in your fingers you got a bunch of little
Those
baby
vessels.
Yeah, a little bunch of vessels that bleed a lot. And so after about 4 different
Want this to stop.
applications
Yeah.
of toilet paper wrapping around, I finally just got a bunch of
Crazy
paper
blood.
towel. Put a bunch of paper towel, and then I wrapped around these
Yeah, paper towel.
these Band-Aids, and I just hoped that maybe it stopped bleeding because by this point it's about 5:30 in the morning.
Dude, have you not seen John Wick? Doesn't he like super glue shit in,
Yeah,
in
they
that?
do that. They do that a lot.
So you got the bro super glue.
But it wasn't even like one single gash. It was like 2 different
Oh,
cuts
from the
because 2
multiple
different
razors?
blades. Yeah. And so it just it took so long for it to stop bleeding. I'm not even sure if it
That's
did.
a deep cut, bro.
I just
Well, it's weird. You should be careful because you're not supposed to use paper towels because that keeps it sucking. That doesn't let it clot.
Good moisture. Yeah.
Oh, I just figured if
You
I
need to
put like
cauterize
really
it.
tight.
Yep.
If I
Go
put
to the kitchen.
I figured if I put really tight Band-Aids around it, it'll maybe
No,
just stop
totally.
the
Yeah, yeah,
circulation.
yeah, I'm
And I
sure.
finally fell asleep or whatever. By that point, it's like 6 in the morning probably. And then I wake up and I just
Feel great.
realize it's really bright outside. And I look at my phone. It's 12:30, and I'm like, oh, I fucking slept through every alarm because my alarms are set for like 8:30, 8:45, 9 a.m. And I just slept through about 6 different alarms that I probably snoozed. And I think I only missed one of them, and it was at 8:30, and the rest of them I just immediately dismissed.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't remember doing any of that.
Sure.
And I just slept through everything, and I was like, oh.
So you had the last time this happened. You had your whole family, like the police were called and all this stuff. This time, you got one phone call from me.
We all talked about it.
We did talk about it. We
Tim
came
was
up
like,
with
"I'll
our
call."
theories.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
What
that
happened?
was pretty
Andy
much
didn't
it.
answer. It's either he's sleeping or carbon monoxide. Because
So-
carbon monoxide almost got Kevin last night. So it's that thing of like, much like Final Destination, rather than trying to outrun death, we're just trying to outrun carbon monoxide.
Exactly. But then we recorded The Mandalorian in review for episode 4, and we just did it without you.
Well, technically, your presence was still here. We saved your chair.
Yeah.
For you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
We had some fun.
Audio listeners to that are gonna be so confused.
They're gonna be so confused. We have a lot of audio listeners to that show too. They're gonna be like, "What is his mic not on? What happened?"
I just didn't want to be. It just wasn't a very good episode. I didn't want to be here to discuss it.
I wish you were here because me and Kevin, for once, agreed on something, and Tim gave us so much shit for it.
I think you said
So much shit.
Tim was just on the right side of history.
Thank you. There you go.
What was the right side of history?
Good episode.
They loved it.
It was.
I didn't love it.
Yeah.
They
Tim said it was
loved
his
I didn't
best-
hate it. It was just like
Tim
this
said
is the
it
most
goes-
television thing I've seen.
It
in my
goes
life.
episode 4 Mandalorian, Empire Strikes
Wow.
Back in that
Yeah.
order.
You know what? I did say that. I did say that actually.
Yeah, so that's the second time it's ever happened to me, and
That means you really needed sleep. If you're sleeping that soundly, that's good. It's probably better than you.
well, again, you go home, and so much of being home is that like I'm still on West Coast time, so I'm falling asleep like at 5 in the morning because my body,
man.
usually go to bed like at 2:33.
Jesus.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna. You got to
live?
the punchline of the joke before I could even make it. Be a normal adult. Go to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to bed at 5 in the morning. Like, wait, how does time work?
Yeah, but
like an hour.
The thing is, like, all my friends work in education, and all my friends are off, and all my friends are like, "Hey, come over. We're drinking and we're watching last night's SmackDown, or we're watching AEW or whatever, and we're just gonna play some Nintendo
That
Switch
sound fun.
afterwards. We're drinking, we're smoking, I didn't smoke.
Sure you didn't.
I did not smoke. I got a lot of secondhand smoke.
Bro, come on. You can just tell everyone.
All my
Be
friends,
honest,
like,
you know, for a
everyone,
change.
you
tell
I
everyone
love
that
that
little
weed, man. I'm
pothead.
telling you.
That's
dude.
probably why you were late today, right?
I'll tell you what I did. Here's what.
You're sitting there, fucking hitting the
Okay,
suicide hole.
Okay, I want audio listeners to understand what Greg just did. Greg just made a balloon animal effect with his hands instead of a bong. He doesn't know how bongs work, so he went. You think I don't catch this shit?
I've seen them on movies. I've seen them.
My idea of the party of going to my friend's house was like I picked up a small pizza from Peter Piper Pizza.
Hell yeah, you
and it
did.
was extra sauce, extra toasty. Went over to my friend's house with a giant fucking big red soda.
Hell yeah.
It was a good time. Man.
We flew back on Thanksgiving, and we made the cardinal mistake of being like, nothing's fucking open. And I'm like, we'll just order pizza. And then the fear set, and I was like, I don't know if any pizza places are going to be open. Called around, couldn't find one. Finally, I was like, Hail Mary to Round Table Pizza on Geary. Phone picks up. Hello, Round Table Pizza?
Hell yeah, man.
I was like, and I had to ask. I was like, I feel like a dumbass, but like, are you guys open right now? Are you delivering? She's like, absolutely. I was like,
Hell yeah.
hook it fucking extra large pizza.
Garlic nuts?
No, we just got
Extra
a
red sauce?
fucking extra red sauce. Kevin.
You got to, Kevin. You have to.
Because I wanted it to be like almost a soup in the
like
middle of the
falling
pizza,
apart,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And we got so much that we had enough for another meal the next day, which we did not need because I was like, I was like in my brain, I'm in like apocalypse mentality where I'm like,
Yeah.
we're gonna need food for fucking days. The next day, everything's open, of course, because it's Black Friday. Everyone's
Yeah.
talking about, but it was so good.
It was really great being
Fuck, it
home
was
because
good.
it was my grandma's 80th birthday, and my mom's side of the family rented a little events hall, right? Bunch of relatives came over, relatives I haven't seen in years, and I don't know what Greg is laughing about.
I don't know why I did it.
And Andy starts into a conversation. Nick feels the need to just pull my paper out a fraction of an inch.
No,
We noticed him. Then he kept moving it around.
I know because it was off. Andy, you'll appreciate it. It was off angle, and I had to straighten it to be in line with
the
rest of
OCD.
it.
The OCD got
Sorry.
to you. Yeah, so it was like
Thanks for
kind of like
making
a
fun of
family
me, guys.
reunion. I saw relatives I haven't seen in 10, 20 years, and the whole break was just me fucking being a fat piece of garbage, dude. I ate so much, and I can't wait to like, all right, I'm going to get back to the gym. I'm going to like try to eat some salads and just like not overeat because the whole week consisted of me, mijo, you want grandma to make you lunch? You want grandma to make whatever? We're doing we had the turkey tacos on Wednesday. Fantastic. Holy
Yeah,
shit. And Kevin, it is nor de tomate, the thing we were talking about that they cook it with. Fantastic. But the rest of the week, it was just pizza. It was Whataburger. It was all sorts of shit.
Sure.
And it was fantastic. And I just I felt awful the whole time. Like
My
just
favorite thing about your
bloated
trip
and gross.
was your story where you're like about to go to some type of party.
Pachanga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell that is, but I read that and I saw it.
Yeah.
And then I hit next story and I'm like, oh my God, that was
It was it. That's
exactly
a pachanga.
Andy
That was it.
turns in the buffet line to some little kid.
Yeah, it was my nephew. Yeah, it wasn't your. No, that was just like a. That's where the pan de polvo. Kevin, you ever eat pan de polvo?
No.
All right, so it's just like sort of sweet.
Bread of powder, huh?
It's basically cookies with a lot of like it's like sugar cookies.
Oh,
my aunt makes it, and it's fucking phenomenal. But the whole thing, so we had a sort of this catered dinner there, and it was just you would get a plate of 5 corn tortillas with just a bunch of like beef in there and a bunch of onion, and it was just like Mexican street style tacos.
Hell yeah.
With now your favorite beans. Cup of beans a la charra, which is like, oh my god, it's my favorite fucking thing. It's just a cup, and you just fucking eat beans from a cup, and it's just like
a hobo.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was
I
delicious.
love these fucking fun names so much. Today, Kev, we ordered burritos from some place just using an app, and there was a burrito. What was it called?
It was burrito. Camarona de Diabla. Which is
Devil shrimp?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And what does it
Shrimp for the
translate to?
devil.
Shrimp for the devil.
Those got to get a shrimp.
Did you
man.
get it?
It's
You cowards get it?
really spicy. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't really like shrimp in burritos.
Huh.
Yeah.
I just don't default to shrimp. Period.
Andy
I
loves
think
shrimp.
there's just so much better.
Shrimp
protein out
loves
there.
shrimp loves Andy. Andy loves shrimp so much that anytime I hear about shrimp or see it on a menu or anything, I think of Andy now. And it's to the point where sometimes Jen will beat me to it and talk about Andy when we hear about
It's
the
my
shrimp.
favorite thing in the world. Like, oh my god, we did the whole Benihana thing, but there's this place back home called Hayashi, and I got the fucking shrimp, and I got the chicken with a bunch of steamed rice and all the veggies. It was fucking fantastic, dude.
Let's go.
It was very expensive, and my parents always do this thing where they'll always let me know about all the times my brother. They'll go out to lunch, and my brother will forego paying.
You won't pay?
Like they'll all go out to lunch, and maybe like he invited everybody, and they'll tell like I hope they're not listening, but they always do this thing where they'll be like, yeah, we went out to this and that, and like Aaron, he made us pay, you know, like he invited us or whatever, and
Because they're the parents?
well, I don't really know.
Why does he do
yeah,
it?
I guess
That's
I don't
weird.
know. Like I mean, it's not that he does it every time, but like every once in a while they'll go sometimes where maybe not enough is pitched in. And I was like, I'm gonna pay for today's lunch, and I was like, not because I care about you, just because I don't want y'all talking shit behind my back.
Because you're like this. Is this a war? Like, are you telling me something?
Yeah.
Are you guys like, have I not paid for that shit on this?
Yeah, but it was fantastic. It was great being back home, and I can't wait to be back again in a couple weeks. It'll be
nice.
fun. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, as a kid, it didn't suck, obviously. It's cool. It's good. But as an adult, especially running business and work and stuff, we should just call a spade in America, and December should just be a month off for everybody. Why are we here for 2 weeks?
The different.
What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Combine, if anything, let's move Thanksgiving
to the middle of the year.
Yeah.
Sure, that or on top of Christmas. Then it's 3 weeks off or something. Come on. What are we doing
That's
here?
a
We're
good
back
call.
for 2 weeks. Our industry, video games, it's shut down. Nothing's happening. No, what are you
Just the
do?
Game
I
Awards.
hear you, man.
Well, sure, but that can still happen.
I gotta
That's a
play
fun
Disco
time.
Elysium.
Yeah, but how much more fun would that would it be if you could watch the Game Awards while you're sitting in your jams on your couch eating a shit ton of food?
Oh,
See what
we
I'm saying?
can do that.
oh man.
We
Yeah,
do
You
that.
always make us come in, and by us I mean these guys.
I'm at the Game Awards drunk. I'm never
That's
here.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm with you, dude. Like, I mean, I love everything you just described, and I'm right with Greg on this one. Like, I wish they were a little more spaced out because it does. There's a part of me that needs to go down and just be fucking slovenly. Just that gluttonous, like I am so stuffed right
Eating
now.
the pumpkin pie
but in
out
the
of the-
back,
out of the
in
pie
some
plate.
fucked up part of my brain that's like the only way out is through.
Yeah.
Keep eating more, and like you go and it's warm when it's on the table, and then later you pull it back out and it's kind of cold, and then later you pull it out and it's ice
And most of the
cold, and
relatives
you're
are
like,
gone
oh,
by
this-
then, and you're just
Oh,
you're
and it's
watching
just
the
you
Cowboys
and-
get
yep.
embarrassed on Thanksgiving.
For me, it's like you're watching tag for the 4th time, and you're like, this is fucking great.
Cancel it all, man. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Get it out.
Cancel it.
I can't wait till Christmas is caught for some sexual misconduct.
Christ.
oh wow,
And then we
Jesus.
just can't do it anymore.
Jesus Christ, you mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna let that one go. We'll let it go. This is 3 things that came to my mind. I'll tell you guys off camera.
I did the one thing though. After eating a lot, I went to go play basketball with my brother and one of his
Yeah,
friends.
that's bad.
And,
That's no good.
And oh my god, I was so sore because
No,
I was like, dude, I'll be in better shape because I've been like running a bit at the gym, and at least it won't be like the last year where last Christmas was the first time I played basketball since the prior Christmas. You know what I mean? It was really really bad. I was like, no, this year I'll be fine. I'll have some more endurance. but it's just a different movement that your body is required. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even form this sentence.
You got it right.
Yeah, so like all this crazy
Different
like,
muscle
playing
groups?
defense. Yeah, it's just like these are things that I'm not used to working out all the time, and so I feel soreness here from shooting so much and just draining threes, knocking down every shot.
Fucking
Dude,
all
crazy,
that.
dude. Yeah,
Take the net off. Don't even need it.
take all the remove it.
Whisper quiet.
Yeah.
See, I had the opposite because when I go to the gym, I use the Stairmaster. And so when we got to the Eiffel Tower and we are like, let's walk up the stairs,
were
I was
great.
like, this is what I've been training
Wow.
for. Fucking crushed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
No
good.
big deal.
It's like elevators.
No big deal. Yeah, we got there. We tried to book it too late. We were like in line in the standby line. Like, oh fuck, and tried to book it. Like, we're
So similar to me going to the RGV, you all went to France.
Well, he went to France.
I went to France.
He went to Prague, and I stayed in London.
And my grandma was there giving me mijo.
My wife and I stayed in London. We just bummed around, shopped, and I think the highlight of the trip for me was we went to the Tate Modern, which is you'll remember from Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, great.
It's where he goes up the elevator and then tries to get Henry Cavill, and he puts the picture on the thing of Julia, or what's her name?
He's holding
And
on
he's
to the
holding on
bottom.
the thing, and he goes up that big stack and then takes off. I was like, oh, we got to go there. And my wife's like, that's like a really famous museum, right? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what it is. We're
This
going
is
there.
where Tom Cruise ran through.
He ran through that shit.
Yeah.
And it's one of the coolest buildings I've ever been in my life. It's an
Another
old-
5'6" man ran through this area. I'm gonna do it too.
I was like, I legitimately thought, I'm like, if I wasn't jet lagged and I wasn't with my wife, I would do the run. Like I would try to do at least a little bit of the run.
That'd be great.
It would have been great. But it was like really fucking cold, and I had a lot of meat pie. So yeah.
A big fan of the hat you had on this trip.
Thank you.
I saw it. It's the star of your Instagram.
It is. It was a second purchase. The day we got to London,
Kevin,
when
can
we were
we
staying
toss
in
it up?
Shoreditch.
I can't.
internet
He doesn't
stuff?
follow me
No,
on
he
it. No,
he has
just
Nick
blocked me on
blocked
Instagram.
on Instagram.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, we got into London. I was like, wow, this is. I thought I brought the right jacket. I don't have a right jacket for that shit. And like, I was like, I need a scarf and I need a beanie. I forgot to bring both those things. So we walked in and I found this like cool little Japanese store that had these two things in it. And
Look
I
at
bought a
this hat.
mustard colored beanie.
Look at how happy this young
It's
man
a good looking
is.
hat, Nick.
It's
like
a
it.
great looking hat.
Oh my god! Fun fact. I
how
posted.
happy you look.
Oh, that's the building. That's the Tate.
There you
So
go.
look how badass that is. It used to be an old power plant that like was
real
like
blurry.
hydro powered. Yeah, it's back there. It's big. It's bigger than it looks.
That's how it looks.
You see, it looks small. It's really big.
I don't know
That's
why
me
I
at the
went
top
for
of
this
the.
so bad.
Tate.
If you ever
I'm
write a
not-
book, that next one, go on over, Kevin.
That's gonna be the image.
That's the one that needs to be on your author.
A word from the author.
God.
Nick Scarpino lives in San Francisco with his wife.
Yeah, that was so fun though. That was
Even Chobot likes it. She hates you.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I got to see Mission Impossible 1's little area.
Oh, that's cool. That's right. Because you're in Prague.
Went to
Wow, you had a little
old-
MI vacation.
I did, yeah. Went to the Old Town Square there, which is where the restaurant with the fish tank that blows up happens.
Yeah.
Restaurant doesn't exist,
Oh,
but
fuck.
you know,
The
I was
fish
there.
tank does.
Fish are still
did it
down
used
on
to
the
be a
ground.
restaurant and now it's not there anymore?
No, so just it was never a restaurant. I mean, there are restaurants there, but like that was just like they built the set there, like so it wasn't CG. Like they brought water in, and Tom Cruise almost drowned.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Greg went to
Small,
the site of
so-
London Has Fallen, the movie.
Was that?
American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
That's
France.
Well,
Paris,
see,
France.
that's what I made the joke on my Instagram stories about the Eiffel Tower when we were there. Of like, oh, it's that building from Superman 2. Because remember, that's how it opens. Superman
I've never
catches
seen
it.
that
Lois
movie.
is on the other side of she's underneath the elevator.
Never seen
It's
it.
great. You should watch it tonight. All right. And if you don't, I'm gonna throw your phone.
I have
in
to
the
watch
fucking
Last
wall.
Jedi. Kevin, I'm returning my phone.
Wow. You
Yeah.
finally getting an iPhone?
Oh, wow.
Finally getting an
Lord of the
iPhone?
Rings?
No, shut up,
Are you
God,
gonna get
no,
the
no,
blue?
no.
Come on, the blue thing. You're
I'll-
so hot. Take this off.
I'll tell you what
God, he's
what's-
molten. Touch him, Tim.
what's getting me about the Pixel 4, I love my Pixel. It's fantastic camera, fantastic everything, but I miss my fingerprint unlock.
Whoa.
And this is only face unlock, and I just don't love it. It's just kind of, I prefer just the
Wait, so
fingerprint.
that alone is enough for
It's
you to
really
return
just
it?
that alone, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I bought my dad a Galaxy S10 Plus. Fuck,
phone
that
names,
shit was
man.
so expensive. So like the idea was, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my dad a Pixel 3a. I'm gonna get me a Pixel 3a. The 3a is
Pixel
kind-
Bros.
The 3a is kind of like the the iPhone, like the 10
R.
yeah, the R or whatever fuck version.
Good one
XR.
or bad one?
The cheap one.
The cheaper
Okay,
like
the
The
yeah,
iPhone
economy
C
one.
is the best.
I could hack a fucking computer with
And then but then
Well,
you
I
know
love gingerbread, so I can do whatever I
Why
want.
are they
in
interrupting your
Linux.
story to make stupid noises?
I don't know.
I'll kill their mic.
So shit happened. So I had to, I'm gonna trade this in or whatever. I was like, Dad, I'm gonna get you a phone. Like you've had this Samsung Galaxy S5, and the battery is just absolutely awful by this point. It's like 5 years old. Let's go trade it in. We'll get you. He's like, Are you sure? I was like, Yeah. I was like, Dad, it's gonna be like $15 a month. I can pay that for you. I don't give a shit, you know? And then at the end of the day, it was like, you know, it ended up being like 30.
Giant sweat drop as the bill comes up for Andy.
So he was like, well, you know, it's this much off because of Black Friday or whatever, and your dad would have to pay like $1 extra because, you know, phone plans are fucking confusing. He's like, so that would leave you with like a $638 bill.
So now Andy's moving.
And I'm just standing there and I'm like, yeah, sure. And so I just give him the Best Buy credit card, 18 months, no interest. I'm just like, fuck, that was really expensive. I was not expecting that. It's kind of a bummer. I was like, Dad, you sure you don't want to split it? No, but I paid for it. But I'm super stoked that my dad like finally has a phone that isn't god awful. And
You got him a case?
super old. Yeah, we got a little rubberized case.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
My mom refused a new phone. She's like, I'm fine with mine. She has like an even older phone. It's like, oh, god damn it, Mom. The type that like when HD came out was like, I don't see the difference. Like she's that type. She just doesn't give a shit about new technology at all.
She's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she always gets mad at my dad whenever he tries to buy something new. Like, you don't need that.
I walked into a Target on Black Friday, and they had nothing but it was like rows of TVs that were just out in areas that probably should have been like kept for
Sealed off.
walkways. I just feel like this is places where people, I'm like, you have to walk around this like serpentine, these rows of TVs. I'm like, this is a fire hazard right here. But I looked down, and Dee was like, wow. Like she looked down, and it was like $500 for like an 80-inch Ultra HD TV, and she was like, wow, is that how much TVs cost right now? And I'm like, in the back of my brain, I'm like, I just want to buy it, and I want to see how long I could like get up to the point where I can take it back and try to convince Tim that that's my new TV.
I hate. Oh my god.
Like,
I would. I
went-
really feel like I would lose sleep Nick, if you fucking bought a new TV and it wasn't the right one.
The right one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. You would do it too. That would have been if you literally just sent me a picture of just like some fucking Vizio shit.
Crushed it in my living room.
Hey, Vizio's
Vizio.
good, man. Come on.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
not.
It's fine.
Ratings. Ratings.com.
Oh,
It's
man.
fine.
No, for everyone
It's
listening out there
gotten
that thinks we're assholes.
But
it's
there
just,
are standards.
We are.
Like the
Yeah.
time we came to the studio to watch Game of Thrones, you're like, oh, it looks really cool on this. And like me and Tim were both had a conversation beforehand where it's like, it's crazy how much the scene, like the LG's like processing makes it better.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Maybe that was your other boyfriend, Kevin. No, yeah, I wanted to. I wanted to do that so bad, but I was like, I don't have the
It's not
energy,
worth it.
and I can't get an 80-inch back home
Oh no, man.
as
TVs
I
are
wouldn't
big.
fit in my car.
TVs are real big.
Yeah, or maybe it was a 70-inch. I don't know, but I want a new TV
Real
now.
big.
Real big.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4 best friends gather on this table, each coming to talk to you about what they want to talk about in Ghostbuster cars and TVs, and Andy's playing basketball and his arms are sore. If you like that, go to patreon.com/kindoffunny. You can toss us a few bucks, get each and every episode early, watch us record it live, get it ad-free, and get it with that pre- and post-show. Andy, I have a very important question for you on the post show.
Okay.
If you don't want to toss any bucks our way, no big deal. Each and every Friday, you can get the show. One big video, one big MP3. It's got ads. It's got no pre and post show, but it's on youtube.com/kindoffunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe. Thanks everybody who came to London Meet and Greet. We didn't
was
say
great.
that.
No, that was
That was
so
amazing.
fun.
Final 2019
So many
World
people.
Tour stop. You were all amazing. It was a great time.
Very, very fun time.
London's a lovely city. Until next time, no. It's been our pleasure to serve you.